out of a twist, step up like a man and give us a call sign. Or beat it. Let's play a game and give us a call sign. Or beat it. Let's play a game and give us a call sign. Or beat it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the After Chatties.
Or beat it. Let's play a game. Get your panties out of a
The way this works,
Or beat it.
is we take your questions live. That's our goal. We want to get you on the air and keep you there. And we do that by making sure you can do it. You can stay on the air and do the radio things, all the radio things, the fun stuff, whatever you want to do, right? So whatever your questions are, we'll do our best to help you out. That's the goal. And to be able to do that, best way to do it is to join the Discord. We want to hear you, because inevitably what happens, I'll just let you know the secrets of the whole thing. We almost always have a follow-on question. Rarely is it just as simple as like, oh, this is the radio to buy, or go buy this doodad, and then you're done. You're all set. You can do whatever you want at that point. Seldom does it happen that way. So we'd love it if you join us on the Discord. Links in the video description. Give it a minute. Takes a second or two. Actually, it takes about 5 minutes exactly to be able to get voice privileges, because we do get some bot raids occasionally. So I'm gonna slide down here. Hold on. I'm gonna show you how to do all this wonderful stuff. So if you okay, so if you join the Discord, and that's it above my head, should be. If you scroll over here, right above where my head is, you scroll down. See that says live-stream and then live-stream after chat. So click on live-stream first, and then you get this text chat. And if you click on live-stream after chat, that's the voice chat. So make sure you set a microphone or speaker, and that'll let you talk to us. And that's the whole point. And please set a PTT button. It's just like a repeater. You want to treat it just like a repeater. Got a lot of people in here, so we want to make sure that we all get the appropriate ability to hear the one individual that's talking and not talk over each other. Got it? Okay. I think this might work. I will try it, but I'm worried that the voice thing won't work, and I'll have to spend a minute setting it up, because again, this is a brand new computer. Boy howdy, is this probably the fastest PC I've ever owned, like for the period of time, if that makes sense. My last live stream computer, I built that in 2019, if not 2020. And I upgraded it like a year ago with a new processor and some more RAM. But man, it's been dragging. So the time is now. It was time. But anyway, I'm gonna check my audio settings really fast just to make sure we've got that all set up, because again, new computer, my bad. Let me check. Boom, boom. Looks good. Let's see. Can I hear them? Well, that's not good. Am I keying? Oh, I am keying up. Okay, sorry if I'm talking over you guys. Hold on, I can't hear you. That's my bad. Hold on.
For me, from what I've experienced with stuff. So, yeah, 70%, actually do the right thing, and there's that 30%, like sad hams and the ham radio community. There's that 30% that just don't care.
Hello.
Yeah, from a research.
Hello,
Can you hear me?
Josh.
Okay, I hear you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Sad drone operators.
Oh, we're talking about sad hams? Is that what we're talking about today?
No, sad drone operators.
Yeah,
sad drone operators? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just
What
heard
does that
Canadian
even mean?
doing something illegal in the United States.
What does a sad drone operator even mean?
It's like a whacker.
You know the saying here in California, Josh, when we have wildfires, if CDF can't fly because you're flying, sad drone operators that go up to try and get the shot of the fire and interfere with firefighting efforts.
It's like the paparazzi of drones is what you're saying.
Yeah, but sad drone operators.
Oh,
Yeah, those that don't care for
okay.
the rules.
Oh,
Yeah, please
okay.
don't do that. I don't want to
This-
get a phone call.
The
I get enough of
7,200
those.
of drones.
The lids. The lids.
The 7,200 of drones. I do. I mean, it's kind of like the paparazzi because they're trying to get the shot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, very good. We got our first question, which I'll just take right up front. Kresh, who is the young man that messaged before the end of the last stream, says, I got a bunch of Toroids. What should I build as my first antenna? See, this is why you join the after chat, because what's my question? Do you know what I'm going to ask, Kresh? I'm sure everybody in the Discord already knows what my question is. What's the question, Frank?
What's your budget?
No, that's not the question when it comes to Toroids. What's the first question when it comes to Toroids?
What do you
mix
want
are
to do
they?
with it?
There it is. What mix is it? Yeah. So what mix is what is the composition of the Toroid? Because that will change drastically the use case for that Toroid. So it could be an end-fed half-wave transformer that we'll say to mention, or it could just be a good old choke. So somebody said no budget. Yeah, somebody told me that before, and I got yelled at. I got made fun of. Okay, how's it going, everybody? Let's see. We got a good, good amount of folks in here. Right on. Appreciate you guys coming out. Okay, so this is the after chat, the HRCC after chat. The way we do this is kicking it off right up front. We try and answer as many questions as we can for newcomers. So if you're a newcomer, never been here before, we'd love it if you came forward and said hi. That's the best thing you can do. But if you have a question to go along with it, oh man, that's even better. So if that sounds like you, if you're a first time out here, first timer, or would like to say just hi or ask a question, come forward now.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, I see Enrique. How's it going, Enrique? How you doing?
Doing good, Josh. First time on the after chat, but been watching all your videos here on the side. I got
Awesome.
no questions, just gonna be listening on the side here.
Okay, right on. Appreciate you for joining us, but that's exactly how it goes. So is there anybody else in here for the first time that would like to say hi or ask a question? Come now. Who's the guy at the very top? Is it Space? Oh, it's Space Cadet. Are you a new? You're at the top of the list. That's why I see you, Space Cadet. Are you new? Weren't you just talking like a second ago?
I haven't seen him key up yet.
Oh, he is new though. So
Yeah,
maybe he's
I'm
waiting.
right. I'm in the chat. Sorry, I was typing in the chat.
He was talking earlier. I knew I saw that. This is your first time here, right? Because I've never seen that avatar before.
Yeah, this is my first time. I've got my name and call sign on YouTube, and when I set this Discord up, I used my old Apple. They had a gaming thing, and it just automatically logs me into this for some reason. But yeah, so here I am. I'm Damon, KC5CQW, by the way.
Hey, Damon. Yeah, I saw the avatar on the last live stream, and I saw your question. So thanks for joining us. Appreciate you following along onto the Discord as well. The geekiest guy, 27 months member. 27 months, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm building an inverted L antenna. We actually talked a couple of weeks ago about it. I'm still working on that project.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm a little confused. Like, I got the wire strung up, and I just put my nano VNA on it, and I'm getting a really low impedance of around 100, around 100 ohms impedance on it. And I thought inverted L would be high impedance, so I'm a little confused with that.
Where are you testing the impedance at?
Where I'm feeding it.
Okay.
What about your ground plane, your counterpoise? What does that look like besides just the L-shaped wire?
When I was testing the impedance, I ran a little 16-foot counterpoise just to scan the antenna to see what it was doing, because I haven't built my transformer match yet. So I was kind of I kind of wanted to see what the antenna was doing before I built the match, and that's when I saw it was really low impedance. But what I'm going to do is I hammered in a 6-foot ground spike at the box, and I was going to use that for my counterpoise.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot more than that.
But well, okay. So you're talking just at the feed point of the transformer box.
Yeah, to the antenna element.
And how
he's saying he's direct feeding it.
No, I know. Just
without
it's okay. Let him he can just talk. Hold on. So how long is this wire? What kind of a Tor is this? A 49-to-1 on?
So it's inverted L. It's goes up vertically 100
no,
feet.
No, I know what an inverted L is. I'm asking what's the length of it and what band are you trying to operate on? Like, is this, what's the setup?
The length, yeah, the length is 250 feet. Ooh. It's supposed to be a half wave, 160 meter inverted L, but I'm mainly going to be operating on 80 meters.
Okay, so man, that's a 160 meter half wave. Okay, right on. So remember, that's the feed point impedance to the coax, which will go into the radio. That's not like when you are transmitting into it and needing the unun to kind of deal with the massive differences there, right? We're talking about just what you're seeing at the feed point as far as impedance. That's all you're comparing.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what type of match I need to build. And that's why I threw the nano VNA on.
So
because looking online, a lot of people are using like 68 to 1s and 70 to 1s for a 160 meter inverted L. But now I'm really confused because when I put my my nano VNA, I get 100 ohms on it. And when I modeled the antenna in Mana, I also get 100 ohms in Mana. So now I'm really confused because it's matching what Mana is doing.
Do you have an antenna analyzer or a tiny SA that you can actually do a standing wave ratio check against it, or a Smith chart?
Well, I did a nano VNA Smith chart.
Right. So the nano VNA, what's the SWR reading?
2 to 1, which is 100 ohms.
Okay, then build it that way. So you have both your, was the 100 ohms just the reading of like a multimeter that you're running off of, or this was off your Smith chart?
Oh, that was off of a Smith chart.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
It's 100 ohms impedance. It's a little bit capacitance, but mainly resistive. Yeah, so it's just 100 ohms. So I'm thinking I just need a 2 to 1 unun, or use a tuner on it.
So again, the transformer box though is a 49 to 1, is what you said, right?
Well, that's what a lot of people are using. Or I'm just totally confused, and that's why I'm confused, because my meter, my nano VNA is saying I only need a 2 to 1. When I looking at instructions on how to build this type of antenna, lots of people are using 49 to 1s, and some people are even using 68 to 1s. But why does my antenna look like it needs to be 2 to 1?
So maybe I misunderstood this whole thing, and so let me go all the way back. You have a very long wire, half wave on 160, and it connects to what specifically?
So it goes up 100 feet vertically.
I get that. I got that. I'm not that. I'm talking about at the end where you have your your nano VNA connected. Is it just connected to a bare wire?
Right now, it's connected to a bare wire because I'm trying to figure out what type of match I need. I don't have. I ran a counterpoise just to scan it with the VNA.
And that counterpoise is on the ground, or is it elevated?
It just coax laid on the ground.
It's just coax laid on the ground. How long is it?
16 feet.
16 feet.
16, 20 feet. It's probably not long enough for 160 meters because it needs to be like 64 feet, I think. But I was just trying to do a rough scan of the thing. Because I haven't tuned it yet.
So it's interesting.
I just found it interesting because it
Yeah, I
matches
mean that is
mana
interesting.
at 100 ohms.
I've never dealt with an antenna wire that long. First of all, but the concept of it, you very good, Cagmic in the chat. Is this supposed to be multi-banded, or you're going to just run it on 160? Did you did say that? Or are you
I'm
building it
mainly
for
going to run it
resonance?
on 80 meters. Basically, it's a full wavelength at 80 meters. And when I modeled it in mana, it has great directivity or whatever you call it. And it seems really good on mana. It's just I built it for 80 meters, but I had the room to put up a really long wire, so I did 160.
Mm-hmm. And your
but
Smith
it's going to be
chart
operating on 80.
And your Smith chart was on the 80-meter band?
When I set up my stimulus, I covered the 160 and 80, so I could see both dips in it. But when I checked it at 160, and the Smith was 2-1.
Can you check it on the 80 and let us know what the numbers are?
Oh, it was like 2-1 as well.
Oh. Let me think about this. Anybody in the chat have comments or questions? Chat's got nothing. That's a.
How long is that wire again?
It's half wave on 160.
Yeah, 250 feet.
Well, again, it's not about. So there's a lot of people in the YouTube chat. It's not about more radials. He's just trying to figure out what the characteristic impedance at the feed point of the antenna is, and the feed point is at the end, which is where you expect the highest amount of impedance. And he's running a 160 antenna, so you would expect to have much higher ratios of conversion needed, like 49-1. That's why so many people are like 49-1 or higher in this case, conversion to deal with the characteristic impedance. But he's only seeing 2-1, which doesn't seem right to me. So
you got my question correctly. And now,
okay,
when
good.
I even asked ChatGPT and Grok about this, and they always come back with the answer saying an inverted L at the feed point is low impedance. But I always thought it was the other way around.
Oh, low impedance, high current. It's high current at the ends, is it not? Isn't that not right? That's why you use it's a current balun. Could be wrong. I was not ready for such a good question.
It's high current at the feed point.
At the ends, though. At the end specifically.
Yeah.
Well,
also depends what band you're on, because it's a full wavelength at 80 meters. It has the current spikes twice, one at the feed point,
sure,
and then one at the horizontal.
Now, keep in mind for everybody listening, he does not have a transformer connected right now. He's testing the bare wire. He's connected the bare wire to his tiny SA, and he's doing a Smith chart, and he's seeing 200 ohms. I'm sure I'm not doing something in my head correctly here.
No, I just see 100 ohms, yeah.
Yeah, he wants multi-band. Cagmitch, yeah, he wants 80 meters. It's a full length 80-meter antenna, hypothetically.
Yeah, exactly. Which should work on 160 too, but I'm mainly just building it for 80.
So he's testing the bare wire, so he knows exactly what type of match to roll for his transformer on his unun. That's specifically what he's doing, because he doesn't want to go out and just build a 49-1 and then put it on there and be like, I should have went with a whatever, some other variety of match.
Exactly.
Oddly enough, the person who where's Adam when you need him? Oh wait, Adam, are you there? Did you hear this? He's muted. He might be having dinner. Well, I'll learn from the wizard.
Yeah, he's the one who got me thinking about inverted Ls.
Oh yeah,
last time we talked.
Yeah, good call.
Well, we have Steve over on the YouTube side.
Oh yeah. So Steve, I don't know how long you've been watching, Steve, but this is a good one for you too. So we've got a gentleman that put up a half wavelength, 160 meter length of wire, no transformer, length of wire connected directly to his nano VNA, and he's running a Smith chart, and he's seeing 100 ohms resistance on it, or he's seeing on the Smith chart, right? You reiterate if I screwed that up.
That's correct. 100 on the Smith chart impedance.
Okay. So I did not expect that, right? I think, but then you said that that's what you grokked is what you did we grok this?
Yeah, well, the AI is saying that it's supposed to be low impedance, but
what's the reactance?
I read,
Steve's asking what is the reactance?
Oh, it's very low. It's like it's a little bit capacitance. I think it's like a couple ohms. I should have took a picture of the Smith chart.
So Steve, whoop, I just lost it. How now? This is where the alignment is important. So inverted L implying you have this. Well, go ahead. How high up is it, and then how horizontal, and then how much is the L?
It goes up 100 feet vertically, and then it goes 150 horizontally, and it probably peaks out at 150 feet height off the ground.
Wow, how did you get that so high up? Is it like a tree or a mat? Like you got
some massive trees and a drone.
That's cool. Gosh, but take pictures of it and share with us on the Discord. I'd love to see that. That's super cool.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how high it is. I was going to grab my rangefinder and actually get a measurement. It's probably lower than I think it is, but it's darn. It's high.
Well,
I was pretty impressed with it.
Be on the lookout for those 3-point bucks where you're rangefinding. All right there, bud. That's super cool. Man.
Can I ask a question about your tiny VNA, or you said you've got a nano VNA on this thing?
Yeah.
How did you calibrate it, and how are you hooking it up to this wire?
Mark, you sound like you're on a different mic. You're very roomy, by the way. It's not the normal Mark.
So I did it in a pinch. I had an SMA 316 little jumper that only had a connector on one end. I threw that on my nano VNA, and then I threw a 16-foot counterpoise on it. And then I just took an alligator clip to my wire to get on the thing. So the nano VNA at least had some type of counterpoise to work with. I was just seeing if I was in the rough ballpark where it was where the dips were, and I was. It's actually longer than it needs to be, so I just need to trim it now.
How long did you say the wire is?
200 and well, it was like it's 265 feet. But if you calculate it, it's supposed to be around 250.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's longer than it needed to be. So I went past the points I need to go, but now I could just trim it down. And then we're at the dip, both dips, 160 and 80 meters. So it's like 2 to 1, and it's about 100 ohms.
So okay, Steve's got you taken care of. Very, very good reply. He said that is the reason why the ideal height needs to be within 0.5 wavelengths higher. Given the proximity to ground, the input impedance will drop significantly the closer to the ground the antenna is.
So you say my antenna is too high or too low?
The wire is coming all the way down. Yeah, Steve, how does that work? Because his wire is coming down, but it's vertically going up 100 feet and then coming across, and then I'm assuming there's a little drop-off bit. So because your feed point is too low to the antenna, that wire, the feed point part of the wire needs to go up, is what
but you're
Steve
supposed
is
to have the feed point is supposed to go to a box on the ground.
No.
At least with the build guides I'm following.
I mean, not necessarily. You can You can do this in all kinds of different configurations.
Yeah, I know, but
by the way, there's no perfect answer, right? You maybe that's the other question is like you're good. It's going to be a pretty good antenna based off of how high you have a lot of it going, right? You have it going up 100 feet. And then across. So it's horizontal for a run.
Are you actually measuring 2-to-1 SWR, or are you just looking at the resistive impedance?
Yeah, that's another good question. Resistive impedance is different from that's why I was asking about the SWR reading of it. So again, Adam, how much of it did you hear? Just if we need to reiterate.
About 2/3. I'm in the car and went through a canyon, but I'm actually in Joshua Tree right now. But
hey, good for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a SOTA summit tomorrow. Probably, hopefully a first activation of a summit out here.
Ooh.
But I think either there's an error in measurement or in understanding, what you're measuring there. So to help me understand it, are you measuring 100 ohms resistive impedance with at resonance, which means there's zero reactance, and which would mean a 2-to-1 SWR, or when you measure SWR, is it higher because there is reactive impedance as well? I'm measuring at resonance on both 160 and 80, and it's reading 100 ohms, which is 2-to-1. How are you interpreting resonance? What do you think? What is your understanding of what resonance is? Where the bottom of the dip is on the nano VNA. So that's not actually resonance. Resonance is when your reactive impedance is zero. When you have purely resistive impedance, and those are different things. If you look at an SWR plot, your resonance is often actually not right at the bottom of the dip. It's pretty close to it, but it's actually often not right at the bottom of the SWR curve dip. So are you using an SWR plot, or are you using a different plot on the nano VNA? I have a couple plots. I have the logsmith, the SWR, and the impedance, and the Smith chart. And yeah, it's almost virtually no capacitance on it when I was measuring it, because, well, doesn't the dip usually correspond to when it's at resonance usually?
No.
Necessarily, and particularly not with with a half wave wire with no matching transformer. So I would check what your reactive impedance is, and you very well may be measuring the actual complex impedance at a point that is actually not resonant at that frequency, but that's okay. And if your goal is to make a random wire with a 9-to-1 on, that's fine. You can then tune that into so your antenna system is then in resonance and you can feed it effectively. But if you're trying to build an end-fed half wave, then you're definitely going to want to have your matching transformer in line, and then you're going to need to tune your wire by adjusting the length of it to optimize that resonance. Yeah, that's what I was going for, and I was just trying to, because when people go super long wires, from the research I've done, is people often go away from the 49-to-1 because the 160 often needs like a 68 or a 70-to-1. So I thought I would throw my nano VNA on it and see if I could calculate what type of match I would need. But then nothing makes sense to me at that point, because I was expecting 3,000 ohms or something around or along that line.
So when you plotted it with the Smith chart, But did you run just the horizontal plot with the markers for SWR?
I didn't do any markers. I just scrolled around when I had everything plotted.
In the Smith chart view, or the line graph kind of horizontal
for traces.
thing?
Oh yeah, I had a Smith chart view, and then I had a log Smith and SWR as well on top of that.
And the SWR was still 2-1.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So you can. Steve is still saying too low, as in it's too low off the ground. It's like too close to ground. Another kind of another way to look at it is. So here's, and I actually don't know why my antenna is reading this way, but the resistance of my antenna right here on 20 meters is 48 ohms, and the reactance is -14. Have you done kind of a plot like this of some kind? It's not as easy on the Nano VNA, but that's kind of, I think, where we're going here.
I can't see your screen. I'm actually at work, and I'm just on Discord.
Okay.
I had this question, so I thought I'd join in. I'm trying to find the guide I'm following that shows the feed point a foot off the ground.
Well, okay, so what's the guide say to run for a transformer?
A 68-1.
Well, then you should try that. If you're following a guide.
Yeah, but I was just trying to understand all these readings because they don't make sense. But the weird thing is, it matches my mana readings.
Go ahead,
so
Adam.
Now I'm really confused.
Adam has a comment. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, a couple things. Number one, MMANA measurements of an end-fed wire are challenging. I would not trust them. I have not figured out how to accurately measure feed point impedance for an end-fed wire, and there's probably a mathematical reason for that in the way that, you know, it has to segment the wire and calculate currents and voltages and stuff. The other piece is one way to identify a resonant point is to pull up the Smith chart on the Nano VNA and look at where the plot crosses the horizontal axis. Where it crosses the horizontal axis is a resonant point.
That is very good. That's a very good point, Adam. And is that where you're looking, is where the line crosses the horizontal?
So it's a little to the right of center, because it's more than 50 ohms, because the vertical line is 50 ohms, and it's a little below the vertical line because it's a little capacitance. But I should have took a picture of it. I can't remember exactly what it looked like.
So I don't want to second guess your guide necessarily, but at the same time, if you're requiring it to be fed on the ground, then you're going to show differences then, right? As Steve mentioned, you're not going to hurt anything by running the transformer as recommended in the guide. If anything, that's probably a better match than the 49-1. Why did my analyzer reset? What the heck? Oh, it shut off. Yeah, what does Rothamel say? Drag out your Rothamels and check it.
The what?
It's a book. I was talking about an antenna book. So Steve is asking, give me the dimensions, and he can calculate this out. So Steve, he's starting at ground, and you're going, you didn't really measure it, but you're assuming 100 feet up, straight up, vertically, right?
Yeah, it's about 100 feet up and then 150 horizontal.
Then 150,
With the
basically straight horizontal.
It's going up on probably a 20 degree. It's probably reaching 140 feet at the peak.
Oh, okay. So it's going up straight, and then it's kind of going up or horizontally as well. So going
It's
going up
mostly
to
flat.
100 feet, and then it's going up another 40 feet as it traverses the remainder of the 150 feet, 100-ish 50 feet, because you got about 260 feet of line in the air, you said.
Yeah, exactly.
You do have a lot of people in the chat who are saying the feed point being at 1 foot off the ground is too low. I appreciate that the guide is saying that, but these are Ham saying you probably need to feed it higher.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird it was so low too, but I found like 3 or 4 guides that all have it a couple feet off the ground. So that's why I was going with that plan.
I think a lot of the antenna plans mention that because it's convenient often to put the feed point at the ground for the coax mount, and they're just snaking it along the ground or whatever back into their shack. But that's not necessarily, No, Steve. It's vertical 100 feet and then 150 across, and with a slight angle up. Yeah, I'll take a quick moment. We did get Jason. Jason says, "Aloha, Josh. Just passed my general today. Mahalo for your videos and inspiration to go for it. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I swear we're going to be posting the rest of those general videos here soon. It's coming. We're editing now. Editing is in work." So congratulations, Jason. So Steve may be off diligently plotting this for you or talking or looking it up. So hang tight on that. I took all my radios off now, so I have nothing cool to look at.
Yeah, I might have to. I'll come back on in like half an hour and see if Steve has figured something out.
Okay, cool.
I am at work, so I'm just on coffee break right now.
But I'll come back in all right. Yeah, we don't want you to get in trouble, man. All right, but yeah, come back, tag up with us, and then we'll be here. Don't worry.
Sweet, thanks.
All right, good question. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's a good one. We like those ones too. Anybody else out here for the first time like to say hi or ask a question? Come now. Who's waiting in the wings?
I'll post some pictures in the chat.
Oh, yeah, cool. If you got them, that'd be great. Oh, Steve's walking over to his office right now. So thank you, Steve. That's very nice of you.
Steve going above and beyond.
Above and beyond. You mean to tell me nobody is new in the chat here now? They're waiting. Where's our next new person? This is.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Gray man, what's going on, dude?
Man, so
you're super quiet, by the way. You're super quiet.
Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna say hi.
A little bit better.
Is that better?
Yeah, hold on, Noel. I was 1 second. I'll come back to you. Gray man, go ahead.
Oh, Noel, go ahead.
Oh, Gray man is passing to you, Noel. Thanks for joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I am a new ham. I got my tech last November and my general in August in studying for the extra. I'm not new. I have been in the chat, but I have not said hi before. So I thought I would say hello. And I just had one question. So I have HTs. I just got a 690 and I have got to get that set up next. But anyway, my question has to do with my HTs. I live 28 floors up. And so I'm able to hit repeaters wonderfully. People can hear me well. But we found that I can, on simplex, that I can get out, but I couldn't hear people coming back into me. Turns out that I have a radio station on the top of my building that's putting out like 6,000 ERPs. And so we were thinking that that's probably blocking the signals getting back in. So someone came over and had a couple of band filters to try to see if we could block the signal. And apparently that, at least the ones that we had, didn't work. So I was just wondering if there was anything else that we hadn't thought of that we might try. I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't use simplex that much, but I was just just curious if there was any other ideas of anything that we might try, or if I might need a more heavy powered fan filter to be able to maybe block the signal. So anyway, just had that question.
Is this FM broadcast or AM broadcast? I'm assuming it's FM.
I think it's FM.
When you are on the radio, so you don't even see this. Like it's just quietly sitting there the whole time.
Yeah, it's the antenna is on the top of my building. And they yeah. Do you see the problem?
Oh yeah. You're just getting blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can hear repeaters though, right?
Yes, I can hear back and forth from repeaters. And if someone's close to my building, because we tested this out as well, then we were able to make contact. But when you get out away from the building, like I tried to hear somebody that was like 4 or 5 miles away, and I couldn't hear them at all. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. And like I said, it's not a big issue because I don't use Simplex that much, but just curious, just to throw out a question.
But it seems more like, are you using the rubber ducks?
No, I have a Slim Jim antenna in my window that I'm using, so it's not just the rubber ducks.
Yeah, because that radio station above you would overload the front end, and so it would affect everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Repeaters and everything. So I'm suspecting something else.
Is it possible that they were 4 miles? The ones you could hear were 4 miles, but they were facing the window that the Slim Jim was in, and the other ones were on the other side of the building?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that actually.
Yeah, because
but
Dawn's totally right. Like if you can hit repeaters and you can operate repeaters just fine, well, the same effect would be at play with the powerful radio station that was nearby on a repeater or on Simplex. Simplex isn't special in that sense.
Right. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. Like I said, I can hit repeaters really well, and my signal gets out like I'm above S9 because I'm 28 floors up, and I seem to be at the same sort of level as the repeaters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
And this could be a completely, I just got to ask, because it's, Geekiest guy mentioned it, and it's a good question. Just to check is, do you have tone squelch on by chance?
We adjusted the squelch. We turned it turned it all the way down, and then turned it. I think I've been using like 1 for my squelch.
Well, but this is tone squelch in particular is a different kind of squelch.
Oh, okay.
So your radio, it would show on the radio. It would have like a T usually, like an uppercase T that would be on the radio. So that implies that the radio is waiting to hear a sub-audible tone transmitted from the transmitting station. And if that T is on and you're listening on a particular tone that the radio, the transmitter is not sending, your radio won't open squelch. This is very likely not the case, but you should check just to make sure.
Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Like I said, I've had a couple of hams, and we've been. This is like one of those problems where like hams like to solve problems, and so I've had several Elmers who have been trying to figure this out. So, but anyway, I just thought I would ask, and like I said, it's not a big deal because I don't use that Simplex that much, and I'm able to do everything else I want to do. But just thought I would pick your brains and see if anybody had any other ideas. But I appreciate it.
What filter did they try, by the way?
I don't know. It was a couple. We actually put more than one on there for just like HTs. They were not, especially large. I don't know what the brand or anything was of them because I'm not up on all of that. But so I don't have any more information on that.
Is the radio, like the repeaters you operate, are they both on 70 centimeters and 2 meters?
Yes.
So you need both. You need both bands.
Right.
Yeah, because I was going to say a quick way around this is to use a band pass filter that just passes only one band. and it's just be like 2 meters only, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Your Slim Jim it's dual band then, right? Is that?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. Because I don't know the particulars of who was trying to contact you on Simplex and where they were geographically located, it's kind of hard to completely know.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not familiar. I mean, I just know the distance. I'm not sure exactly in relation to where my antenna is and where that person was. I don't have any more information on that. I just know how far away the person was. That's all I know.
Is it? Is it possible? So they're 4 miles away though, so that should be. And they had a clear line of sight to your building, you assume?
Yeah.
What kind of handheld?
TID 3 H3. And then we also tried I have a Baofeng Mini. We tried that too.
That would the thing is that I would expect to see, like, if you were getting. So how would this look? So if you had a large FM transmitter on the roof of your building, so that's down at FM broadcast frequencies, not the same frequencies that your radio operates on, nor is your antenna really tuned for that frequency. So you would just be, this would be like intermod interference, I'm guessing, but that's still decently far away enough that I don't know that it would be a problem. And the FM station is not like breaking the squelch on your radio, so it's not like some kind of a spur or something you're picking up.
Right.
Josh, it wouldn't break the squelch, but it would significantly desense, especially with those radios. And, 100-ish megahertz is not very far from 140 megahertz from a desense standpoint.
That's true. Which radio was it again, Noel?
TID radio and a Baofeng.
H3 and Mini.
No, sorry, Noel. Which is your radio?
Yeah, my radio is at the H3.
Oh, I thought you said okay. I'm totally screwed up. I thought you said Yaesu for some reason. I thought I heard Yaesu. So that was my bad.
I have an HF 6 G90, but that's not what the radio we were using.
No,
I don't even have that set up yet. I only have the HTs.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Adam.
Adam, if it descends.
Wait, hold on. Let him. Hold on. Adam was going to say something. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, let's rubber duck on and see if that helps, because that can help the front end overload and actually give you better reception than. Let's try.
Yeah, so he cut out a little bit, but his recommendation was put the rubber duck back on. Try that, and then try simplex on 70 centimeters, so like 446 megahertz. Try that.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll try anything. So at least that gives me some things to try out, and I appreciate you trying to think it through with me. I appreciate your help.
Dawn had a comment too. Go ahead, Dawn.
No, my question still is, if it happens to the, if you're desensing, why wouldn't it affect everything, including the repeater?
Because the repeater's maybe 100 watts and it has a really clear line of sight and a good antenna.
Yeah, I'm clear all the way around my building. Like, I don't have any buildings like right next to me or anything. It's completely wide open all the way around.
Yeah, that could affect too, though. If you have somebody that you're talking to on the ground, that could also cause you to have issues with them not even be able to reach that 28th floor.
Right.
It sounds like the Elmers that came over to Noel's or worked with Noel is they had you turn the squelch off completely too, right?
Yes.
And you still couldn't hear them?
Yep, still couldn't hear them.
I'm curious too. Did they try to do simplex standing next to you from their radio to yours?
We did it in the apartment to try the radios that way, and then we also had somebody like down on the ground, like near my building, and we were able to hear each other there. But when you get far out from the building, then that's when I couldn't hear them.
That's normal, though.
Right.
I mean, so it's simplex is working, and like if they're next to the building or they're in the apartment with you, then simplex is working. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. See, that doesn't sound like a desense problem.
Oh, okay.
To me.
So maybe it was just a distance problem.
What floor are you on, Noel, of this
I'm on
building?
20. I'm on the 28th floor of a 29 floor building.
Oh, so you're right by the antenna.
Yeah. I'm like a couple of floors underneath it.
Anything's possible at this point, then. With regards, that's you are in a unique situation. You have a unique situation.
I might have a few suggestions.
And I do too.
Okay.
Steve first. I heard Steve first. Go ahead.
Hey there. Okay, so having a partial career in broadcast and having had to deal with this a few times, so being that close, depending on the power density where you are of that particular station, something that is extremely effective, that works very well, that's stupid dead simple, is a simple coaxial T stub. And we used to do this all the time. And literally all it is it's a T with a coaxial stub. It's just a length of coax that's cut and tuned. You'll have to look up the velocity factor for the type of cable that you have. But you cut it for a quarter wavelength of the frequency of interest that you want to notch and make that a short. And as a quarter wave stub, that will notch, give you some significant attenuation for that one particular frequency. It will look high impedance to everything else. You can receive and transmit with that, but as a quarter wave stub, that's a very effective classical way to notch, and a very effective way to notch an interfere or a unwanted energy down a line. It's no different than the notch in a set of cans if you were to put a bunch of filters in. So that works really, really well. You'd be surprised how effective that can be, and it's dead simple and stupid cheap.
So, Steve, is the length of the antenna length of the coax for the stub side, is that like cut for resonance on the frequency of the transmitting station? Okay.
Quarter wave. It's a quarter wave. So you will need to tune it, and so you will need to trim it. And once you get the right, and you'll know because you can look at you could tune to that and tune it for minimum smoke, tune it for minimum signal, and it'll work a treat. In fact, if you pick up any ARRL handbook in the past 80 years and look for coaxial stub or coaxial notch, there's got to be hundreds of guides on how to cut that.
All right. Well, that sounds like a great idea, and one we have not thought of.
Can I get a clarification on something?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Steve, the quarter wavelength for the stub, that's a quarter wavelength on what you're trying to notch out, right?
Correct.
So in this case, it would be a quarter wavelength of the FM station on the roof.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. Just wanted to be clear about that. I was pretty sure that was my understanding. I wasn't entirely sure though.
Oh no, that's fine. In fact, in some master antenna systems, there are some installations where there may be more than one FM station on an antenna, and sometimes we call that antenna system. We will create, sometimes you will build what's called a trombone section. A trombone section might be a piece of 1 5/8 or 3-inch line with, say, a steatite slug to match the impedance at that particular point in the matching section, but the length of it is tuned to notch, or as a sliding barrier that will be used to tune that notch or that stub to cut out the frequency that you don't want to interfere with that particular set of bandpass cans, and that's a very common technique for doing that. It's very effective.
That's pretty awesome. And also, I seem to vaguely remember reading that the coax doesn't even have to be our usual 50 ohm. Like if you had a bunch of cable coax lying around.
No, that's right. That's right. Yep, that's exactly right.
You could adapt that.
Oh, that's cool.
Correct. You need, because it will be high impedance to everything else, it's perfectly fine. Right. Remember, at 90 degrees, one of the interesting things about quarter wave, it's 90 degrees. So if it's a short at one end, it's an open at the other. It's just all it does. It's a great way to translate a high impedance to low impedance, or a low impedance to a high impedance. So it's a great way to translate a short to an open, or an open to a short. You can think of it that way. That's what a 90-degree network does, and that's exactly what this is. You're just translating it to 90 degrees, and you could use RG59 for this. You just have to you'll need the velocity factor for that particular type of cable to calculate the length and get in the ballpark, and then it's Einstein with a pair of dikes until you get to the magic number.
So is this if you're not really familiar, so assume, Steve, that we're not all talking velocity factor. Is it better to just cut it a little bit long and then walk it in until the problem goes away?
Well, if you have the Mark 9 wire stretcher, it will do the shield and the center conductor.
Well, if you don't have that, though, could you just make it a little long
and start up,
and then just start snipping until you get in the ballpark, and then
that's
there you go?
That's exactly how you do it.
We just don't all have the toys you've got.
Right. You got to be a
mine on
broadcast
Amazon.
engineer to get the coax stretcher, I think.
Yeah,
you got to get a permit for that.
Exactly.
Does that make sense, Noel, what we're saying?
So again, that was a T-stub that goes with?
It's a notch. It's just a simple coaxial notch or stub. It's called a coaxial stub.
So
or stub filter or stub notch.
So Noel, if you're on Discord, if you go right above live-stream/after chat and you click on live stream/memes, the picture that Jody posted, or where is it? Oh no, it's in live stream. It's actually in hashtag live-stream. And you scroll up to the picture that Jody has. It's like 3 pieces of coax that come together in a T. That's exactly what they're proposing.
Need.
Does that make sense?
Okay. I think somebody sent it to me. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Noel, I just tagged you out referencing it.
All right. Well, I appreciate your help, everyone. I just thought I would throw this out there and see what you did with it, and it amazed me. So thank you so much. And I'll let everybody get back to some other questions. Thank you again.
Very good. All right.
Josh, I will say this. I had something, but I cannot compete with Steve and his knowledge on this one. My something for it was totally stupid, simple, and easy.
Was it as simple and easy as doing a T-stub?
Almost. I mean, it doesn't require going out to buy anything. I just did a quick search cross-reference of the FCC database, radio reference, and a few others. There's no AM or FM tower at that coordinate, Noel. The closest one is about 1/10 of a mile away. The only thing up there on top of the building is the UHF repeater for, it looks like, the apartment complex. So it might be the nearby antenna, and it's still affecting you.
And that's possible. I know the radio station, I think it's called The Rose or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it wouldn't surprise me if it was something nearby, because we do have a lot of, antennas and things around in this area. So yeah, that's also possible as well.
Yeah, because I went to the FCC FM AM database, did a cross search there, did a cross search of radio reference, and yeah, there's nothing on top of your building except for just the janitor repeater, basically.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got another super easy thing you can try. I ran into a very, very similar situation at a place that I like to do POTA on. It had an FM transmitter up on top of the hill, I found that any Chinese radio that I use, so my Baofeng and a couple other ones like it, you couldn't hear anything. But as soon as I used my ICOM, it no longer desensed. So maybe if you have someone in your local area that has like an ICOM, Yaesu, Kenwood, basically anything that's not like the TID H3 that you said you're using, or like a Baofeng, try that to see if it doesn't overload.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Is the radio maybe more and it may not be any Chinese radio, but that radio may just be a little more susceptible. You're going to find this with a G90 as well, only on the AM bands. AM broadcast can swamp a G90 when it won't swamp other transceivers necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
If you can find someone with an HT that does heterodyning instead of just the open SDR like the
Yaesu FT60.
Okay.
Somebody said they had a comment. Go ahead.
I have a quick question related to that T-stub. How much of a notch does that put in? Is that relative to the frequency? Is it very close? Can you put it will it notch like paging off of your VHF frequencies? Is it close enough to that? Can we notch that out? Like 152 from 140? Notch? Yeah, how wide is the notch?
That's a question for Steve.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, I mean it's it can depends on the coax, but generally wide enough to take out like if you've only got a few kilohertz, 10, 20 kilohertz wide carrier, it'll be perfectly fine for that.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Cool. That's a handy tip right there. There you go, everybody.
Yeah, this is you can in fact I want to say this was actually on one of the very early tests way back when, but I'm looking at the Bill Orr W6SAI is some of my favorite ARRL handbooks, but there's got to be about 25 pages of quarter wave stubs and tuning sections, matching sections for transmission line matching and filters in that handbook. There's like an entire chapter devoted to it.
That's cool. Okay. That's awesome.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Good luck. Good luck. Hopefully that gives you enough stuff to go play with and you can figure out what's going on. Very good. Is there anybody else here who's first timer? First timers first, right? We give you guys priority. First time, like to say hi or ask a question. Come now. Okay. Is open floor then. Any questions from anyone, anywhere? Go ahead.
I'm back now if Steve had an answer to the question.
Oh, yeah, Steve.
Yeah, so I just did a couple of backs of the napkins, and unfortunately, when you start modeling, so this is very similar to what we do in even just modeling, doing a vertical radiator modeling for broadcast. So at 250-ish feet, if you should be seeing a few hundred ohms. It should be around 370, 380 ohms roughly, but you should be significantly capacitive, like almost 800, 900 ohms capacitive. I suspect there is a significant issue with your instrument's ability to handle a highly reactive complex impedance and just the way it's presenting it. It could be anything from just the capacitance of you in contact with the unit while making the measurement, or even just the way that you've got the measurement set up. I suspect the resistive part is probably real, but I suspect that the reactive component of what you're trying to measure is not correct. But it should be 300, 400 ohms in that ballpark for an impedance, and roughly a J minus. I got like a minus 820 to be exact at that. But and my back of the napkin jived pretty well with my NEC 5. I use a NEC 5 engine. Something to be aware of, and I think Adam brought this up. I think there was Adam before. I had
so.
one ear
Probably.
on the yeah. So some of the more freely available modeling engines rely on something called NEC. It's the numerical electrical code and numerical electromagnetics code, and the freely available one is something called NEC 2, and NEC 2 is a very early version. There are some significant limitations when you model antennas that get close to the ground. And what I mean by close to the ground is that NEC 2 uses something called the Summerfield-Norton approximation model, and it has a really hard time dealing with finite conductivity and surface wave and space wave components at or close to the ground. So it's hard to accurately model. You can't model things at ground or below ground. So sometimes when you get there are some magic numbers and there's some magic lengths where you just get some very funky results in NEC. NEC 5, the more advanced one, actually solves this. You can actually model ground, you can model radials below ground, etc. You can actually buy it if you want. I don't know how to do it in MMA ANA. I use a different modeling system. EasyNEC has the ability to use an external engine, and you can actually go to Lawrence Livermore. You can sign away a few forms, and what used to be back in the day several $1,000s for a use license for I think 3 years at a clip, you can now get for I think it's $110 or $120. So it's relatively affordable. And the fellow who was writing that initially passed away, but Roy Llewellyn, who is the genius behind EasyNEC, was one of the very few people who were able to pick that code up and make the changes necessary to correct some of the errors and issues in NEC 5, and it is a very capable, fully functioning latest generation of numerical electromagnetic code. So, and that will work with EasyNEC. So if you want to, EasyNEC is now free. So if you wanted to spend the extra $110, $120, you can actually go purchase that license, plug it in, and then you have a fully, it's what I use professionally. So it's on par. It's amazing what you can get in 2025 that even 15 or 20 years ago was thousands of dollars of licensing.
So Steve, is the testing methodology that he's deploying here, is it the right way to go about? Because he's trying to determine what transformer to put on the end for use. His primary use of this half-wave 160-meter length of wire is going to be 80 meters is his goal.
I mean, the reason why you're using such a high impedance transformation is that you're going to be using it multiband. Typically, right. For the stuff I design commercially, it's single band. It's monoband. It's usually either one frequency or a very narrow range of frequencies. So to me, 300 ohms J minus 820 is, that's an L network. I'll tune that and make that work fine. You can, with NEC, you could actually, with MMANA, you could actually insert a transformer element, and you could actually do the analysis to find out which one's going to give you the best performance or matching over the bands that you would like to use. I think you mentioned 42 to 1, 36 to 1 would be great.
He was saying no higher than that. I think he was going 60 something to 1. What was it? Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Well, he's using a guide.
Yeah.
So this all comes from a really good place. Like, he's following a guide. He set up the wire, and then he wanted to test it to determine, like, is the guide giving me the right answer for what transformer I should be using? So I applaud that effort, right? Because he's trying to figure out, like,
yeah,
is
absolutely.
this the right way to go? So I think this is the right direction, but I don't, I want to make sure he understands, like, which transformer he should probably go forward with, and how does he test it to know for sure?
Well, without, there's too many unknowns for me to try and diagnose that over the phone, if you will. I would need to see that, but you're on the right path. What I would recommend is you are building a vertical antenna. I know that there's a slight tilt to one side, but it's not like the way I had envisioned this originally was I thought this was a horizontal half wave antenna, which has a very significant pronounced mutual coupling to earth, to ground.
Oh, like an NVIS, NFET or something like that?
Well, it's regardless of what regime you want to operate it in, a horizontal wire that close to the ground at 160 meters is a big capacitor, and it's for lack of a better word, just to simplify it, there's a lot more going on there, but the mutual coupling that you get to ground would lower that impedance to something astronomically low, relative to what it should be. So that would be a tough thing to drive. And yes, most of your signal would be straight up and a lot of very happy warm worms underneath. But I think, as a vertical, this is a classic half-wave vertical, and a counterpoise, depending on the ground conductivity where you are, would go a long way, I think, to making that measurement look correct. I suspect you may be getting either some common mode or just some stray RF that's just, it's not happy with what it's looking at. It just may even be out of range. So I don't know what the impedance range is, but if you're looking at 1,000 or more ohms of capacitive reactance, it just may go tilt. I'm not familiar with the tiny SA or which VNA you're using, but depending on the range, its range and complex impedance range, it just may be, it may not like it. So you just have hit the magic number, and there's a few of those every now and then. You'll find that, but yeah, I would add a few radials and make that measurement again against a counterpoise, and you might see that it looks more sane than what you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay. The antenna, it is a lot very vertical, but it does have more wire in the horizontal than the vertical once it goes to the L, because it's such a long wire. And the Nano VNA is a H4 that I'm using, and it was kind of janky how I had it set up. I just had it with me, and I thought I would scan it and see if I could try and determine what type of match I should do. So what type of match should I do? Should I could do a 9-to-1 and just use my tuner, but I was kind of hoping to make it resonant.
They're resonant and multiband are kind of mutually exclusive, right? So
80 meter. That's all I'm aiming for.
He really wants 80. He really wants 80.
Oh, for 80 meters, a simple L network is really all you need. I would cut it for length and use a simple L network, make it simple, stupid, and be done with it. You'd be surprised.
So you mean just put like a inductor in series to the element?
An L network would be if you go look in any of the ARRL handbooks, the impedance matching handbook, and I'm looking at it right now, the antenna handbook. If you Google L network, you'll see some really classic designs for what you call a low energy L network, which are fairly efficient for what you're trying to do, and I think would be a perfect match.
Okay, I'll Google that. I've never made an L network. And then on top of that, I'm going to have a static bleed inductor in there as well.
Oh, sure, that's fine.
I wound one already, and it was like 0.11 microhenries. I think that's enough for what I researched. And then
essentially you just want it to look. You want it to look like a high impedance. You want it to look high impedance at the frequencies that you're operating at. Yet it's a DC connection to ground, which is what a static choke would do.
Yeah. And then exactly. Last quick question. I'm trying to avoid radials. I have my ground's really wet. I live in a rainforest. I have a 6-foot ground spike at the box, and then 15 feet away, I have a U for ground to a 3,000 square foot garage. I was going to tie that into the ground as well. Is that enough for a counterpoise?
Well, let's clarify two things: counterpoise and and discharge protection are two very different things. So you're talking about OOFR grounds and things that would be used for rapid discharge or conduction of a fast rise time event like lightning or a strike to dissipate that energy as quickly as possible into the earth. That is not the same as a counterpoise. So those are two very different things. They can look the same, they can even smell the same and taste the same, but they are two very different designs. So as far as a counterpoise, I would lay out some radials. 6 or 8 radials would be ideal. No longer than 0.2 wavelengths for the frequency of interest, and I think that'll go a long way to getting you some ground wave. And as far as lightning protection, you want 2 or 3 or 4 points, and you want those in the ground, much below the ground of the earth than you would lay a typical radial. Like your radial can sit on or on top of, or even above the ground of the earth. For discharge, you want it in the soil or below the grade of the soil, which would be ideal. So the more is better when it comes to being able to dissipate a fast rise time or a high energy event as quickly as possible. You'd be surprised how slowly the speed of light or the speed of energy slows down once you hit the ground. So the more steel you can put in the ground for that discharge, the faster you'll dissipate that charge away.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I think that answers.
If that answers the question.
Yeah, I think I got a lot to do. It's never simple.
A lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's never simple.
Sorry, I didn't sometimes go.
No. I mean so far this is really helpful. I think this is really helping people. So this is good. Steve, good job. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think about how high my antenna is off the ground, the transformer box? It's a foot off of the ground. Does it need to be higher?
In broadcast, we have, I have, it's the base insulator of forget about broadcast, even standard shortwave or standard verticals. The base insulator may only be a few feet off the ground. Back in the day, way back in the day, when you went to go climb a tower, we used to climb. Sometimes you could climb them hot, and it was not uncommon to shout to the operator on the control point operator on duty or the chief engineer and have them shut the transmitter off while somebody jumped the base, and you turn the transmitter back on and just go climb up the tower and relamp or fix the flasher unit or whatever you were going to do. And when you came back down, you'd shout to the guy in the window, and they'd shut the transmitter off, and you'd jump across the base. And that was very common back in the day. So but it does not matter how far off. I'm assuming. Yeah, the problem is that when you become a short, that's when it all goes bad. Then it's a bad hair day. But when you're on the tower, you're at the same potential of the tower. So it's not an issue. It's only when you're crossing the base. Don't cross the base, Egon.
Yeah, that's a good Ghostbusters reference to like what you're talking about. Don't become differential from the ground potential, right?
Yeah, there were very, very high power systems I've worked on that were several megawatts or better, peak pulse power systems at very, very low frequencies. And we're using sulfur hexafluoride as a dielectric, to increase the resistance of air, if you will. And there was marked tape out around the areas of some of the open line sections where you were a shorter path to ground on the other side of that yellow line. So it's a Danger Will Robinson moment when you go past that. So yeah, don't cross the streams, Egon.
That's nuts, dude.
I did upload some or post some pictures if you're curious.
Oh yeah. I am. I actually do want to see these. So let's.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so hold on. Let me pull this up here.
Oh, that's very different. Yeah. So I'm not surprised that you have a funky. So that horizontal section, you'd be surprised, is acting probably more like a capacitive hat than anything else. But there is going to be some interaction with ground, some mutual coupling with ground, and I could go back and model that and see how that looks. It looks like it's very horizontal at that point.
But like,
and
help him out with the transformer talk on this. So like, I guess he could bring the feed point up and then just run the coax up the tree a little bit, and it's probably fine. But he already used a drone to like set this all up, so I don't know that he wants to change a lot of it. The guide was telling him what would clarify that again to me. What was the match that the transformer that was trying to point you towards? A 60-something to 1?
Yeah, because what people were saying on a few different guides, because it's such a long wire and often it's an inverted L that's following a tree, it usually needs a higher ratio than a 49 to 1, and people found that a 68 to 1 or a 70 to 1 was commonly used for 160/80 meters.
My comment on that is, if you're operating on 80 meters only, ditch the transformer, build a matching system, build a matching network. You'll get it broadband enough to cover you should be able to make that broadband enough to cover the band, and you'll be much happier. One of the reason why you would want a transformer, so for instance, in an EdFed or a similar, high impedance antenna that has to operate over multiple bands, the transformer goes a long way because it'll gives you it translates those very high impedances at those other frequencies to more reasonable impedances that you can match or are fairly resonant, or have or capable of, or at the 3-to-1, SWR points for a particular band. And there's a lot of math that you can do and playing around with to make that, to scooch those in, and tuning to make an antenna look or present an impedance that's usable at multiple frequencies. But if you only have one frequency to deal with, it's very simple. Use your VNA, measure the impedance. You got 400 ohms at 820 ohms capacitive, and do a conjugate match and simple L network, and you'll be able to match that without any issue, with far less trouble than having to deal with a transformer and losses and cores and blah blah blah. It's just not worth it at that point.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Like, this is my goal is to do CQ Santa with this antenna, if you remember Josh from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, but after getting this work, my main goal is 80 meters, but after setting this all up, I've been brainstorming. This actually might be more permanent antenna than I thought, and I might want to do a multi-band after all. So I don't know, like, if I wanted to make a multi-band, I guess just probably 9-to-1 at that point. It would probably be too difficult.
Well, you're probably, is he too
like
resonant
a random
for
wire?
9-to-1?
Well, when you use 9-to-1 to make for a random wire.
Yeah, but then the length of wire, the radiator would need to.
Yeah, the random wire is a very different beast. So you would the way I approach it is probably going to be very different than the way you approach it. I would measure it. I would measure the impedance at the bands of interest, and I'd figure out which impedance ratio, which transformer impedance ratio or turns ratio gives me the impedances that I want in those bands that I could use a tuner with, or gives me an SWR that's usable on the frequencies of interest, on the bands of interest. But that's how I would approach it. But you could. Hey, this is the joy of experimentation as well. So there's no rule that says that you can't use a 9-to-1, by the way.
Isn't this a very common antenna? Like, I just thought it would be simple, use this transformer. Like, I thought inverted Ls like this were used all the time. Or is how I set it up not a true inverted L? Did I do something weird?
No, it's an inverted L. It is, but the inverted L, the actual L, the calculation for the wire lengths is slightly different. But yeah, you could tune that and get it to where you want. That's the other thing you can do is you can either add some wire or cut or trim some wire to get it to tune it to play the matching game, if you will, across the bands that you want to operate on.
I will answer this question slightly differently in the sense that, like, you're asking is this a common build? Is putting up a half-wave 160-meter antenna a common build? No. No, it is not. So you're already into an area where, like, most people, like, an 80-meter half-wave antenna is not something most people are putting up, to be honest with you. Just straight up. Like, you're already in an area where a lot of people do not tread, just because they don't have the same space that you have to be able to put that up. So to me, a 49-to-1 on will work in this case. I think it'll probably work. But if you're trying to get, like, eke out the most potential possible to make that SantaNet happen, right? That SantaNet dream, then I don't mind you experimenting the way you're doing. And I love your approach to it of, like, this is kind of a science experiment. Let's test this out. I think that's wonderful. I love it. At the same time, if the guide's telling you to go to 60-something to 1, my common experience is a 40-meter end fed is 49 to 1 or 20 or 10 or whatever. But I've not played at such lengths, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. Does it change at that point? It doesn't feel like it does to me. But at the same time, like, yeah, test it. Try it out. That's the point.
I might just have to try both at this point and see what
absolutely.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Do it.
I can relate. Many moons ago, I worked on an antenna system that we designed. It was around 300 kilohertz, and the half wave radiator on that was I want to say it was around 1,700 or 1,800 feet long, and that was a half wave. And the impedances and the voltages at those low frequencies was absolutely insane. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I miss that territory. So that would be kind of fun to play with.
Yeah. Now, correct my thinking. I might be wrong, but the reason why I made it so long, well, I got the space. Would I have more gain at 80 meters because it's longer, or would I have the same roughly gain if it was just a half wavelength at 80 meters versus a full wave?
I'm sorry, you broke. Say that one more time. I'm not sure I understood the question.
Oh, because I'm just wondering if my thinking's correct. So because I had the space, I did the longest wire I could, which is basically a full wavelength at 80 meters. Now, would the gain be better compared to a half wave at 80 meters because it's double the length?
Oh, good question. Half wave versus full wave. Well, it depends on the geometry of the antenna, right? So if you've got it bent over like that, honestly, I would have to model that to see what that does. But I think what you would end up with on the full wave antenna, you would probably end up with a few more lobes than you would with the half wave.
Yeah, I did model it, at least with Mana, and it basically had 2 lobes going the direction I want and the back direction.
Well, there you go.
And basically you had 2 current spikes. The first current spike was at the feed point, and the second current spike was entirely in the horizontal of the wire, basically.
And you'll probably find that high current point coincides with one of the major lobes of the pattern. And as long as the lobe is in the direction that you want, that's fantastic. One of the things that you want to, one of the goals in laying out an antenna is what you call ampere feet, is the amount of wire you can actually get into the air that is radiating. So the longer wire in my book will always, if you can do it, will always work. Always put more more RF to the road, if you will. So you'll actually you've got a much better interface, to ground. So I would to ground wave and to skywave. So I would if you can put up the full wave. I mean, I'd take that every day.
Okay, that's good to hear, because I wasn't too sure if my thinking was correct. And I did that mainly because I wanted to get altitude, and if I didn't do it, most of the antenna would have been vertical, where the full wavelength. I got more horizontal because of that at the height it's at.
Yeah, the reason for that, as you go down in frequency, your wavelength increases. So the length of the wave increases. So, the problem that most people have with 160 meter antennas, period, aside from, needing, 100 acres to put up a Foursquare for 160 meters, is that
a full wave loop. That's what we're all
full wave loop.
Wave.
Having the trees and having the yard. I don't have either of those. I have trees, but not the yard. And getting it that far off, getting it high enough off the ground so that you reduce the capacitive coupling to Earth, so that your signal is going out towards the horizon. You want energy towards the horizon for DX, unless you just want to rag chew locally, and then cloud burners are great. It depends on what you want to use it for. But that's why verticals are easier in some ways to do than a 160 meter dipole, in which you have to get that at least 150 feet in the air, and that's not a trivial feat. And keep it there.
So Steve, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. He has kind of a long haul experiment he's trying to make happen. So the Santa Net is happening, and so he's trying to do a little Santa magic for the kids. And he wants to be on 80 meters to do it. And we talked a lot about verticals, but at the same time, it's kind of like that's can be challenging. So he's trying to make where are you at, and where are you trying to hit again? Where's the two spots you're trying to make?
I'm in just outside of Vancouver, so just north in Canada, just north of the border on the west coast, and I'm trying to hit basically Utah, because that's where a lot of the guys are for that group. So it's about, I think, 2,000 miles, 2,300 miles. So it's a long haul.
It's a long
haul. That's why.
But that should be your first skip. That should be your first reflection zone. So you should be able to make that no problem.
So I was able to do it last year barely, but it was very hard for them to hear me. But I'm trying to make it a lot better. So I'm trying to get the biggest antenna I can get up there to do this.
You are certainly on the right track, and I am very jealous.
I will add this. Hollywood has a good point here in the chat. Make a nice horizontal loop with that wire and feed it with balance line. It will play on all the harmonics, even and odds, with no more worries.
I would love to, except it's not my property, so I have to be careful with what I put up. So,
80 meter, an 80 meter skywave is a lot better than 160 sky loop, or that's
yeah. Well, at least with this wire I put up, it's high enough. It's my parents' property, where my dad's eyesight's not good enough to see the wire, so it doesn't bother him. And basically, it's out of the way of everything. It's so high up. So I'm actually, it's actually probably going to turn into a permanent antenna, and it's. I was already planning routes to bring it into the building there, and then I was thinking of just doing this is far down the road. I'm probably going to do a Hermes Light 2 with a Neptune amp, and then a couple with the internet-based SWR power meter. I was trying to make like a complete remote station. So I would prefer it to be resonant, but it doesn't have to be resonant right now.
Okay, cool. I like it. Well, I appreciate your question, and I'm glad. I really do want you to come back and like give us the status on how it's going, because I think this is going to be a fun project. So, okay, while you're doing that fun project, in the background I have my ZBitX. People are asking, what is that orange thing, Josh, that's in the front of your screen? So this is a ZBitX. I did a video on this. I actually did a couple of videos and a live stream on it. The ZBitX is a 5-watt QRP radio. It's $170. It's made in India by HF Signals. HF Signals, I'll drop the link. Let me drop the link for you guys. So if you're not familiar with the MicroBitX or a number of the other really cool BitX radios that comes out from Ashar Farhan, really, really cool individual. I got to meet him at Hamvention a couple of years ago. And he is selling this guy, which is literally a pocket QRP radio with a Raspberry Pi Pico built in. And so it will do on screen FT8 and a number of other things. You can go watch my video on it if you're more interested. But it should do JS8Call. It's not going to do it in this screen because you have to build the UI for that. But because it is a Raspberry Pi, you can do Raspberry Pi things with it. So if you can't tell, let me show you this really quick. See above the radio, the little gold connector and then the black connector. So the black connector is HDMI mini, and then there's a gold connector in there for USB. So I have a keyboard, a little wireless keyboard connected to it, and HDMI. And that's what's giving you this. This is the Raspberry Pi screen. So I'm going to go through a quick process here. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. So we're gonna do an update to the firmware. So I'm going to follow these directions to the best of my ability. And I am going to use the restroom after that for a second. Oh, we got a super chat. Ryan, thank you. Could you RM remove? No, we're not gonna RMF anything at the end of the stream. Nah, I don't want to do any of that. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Wait, what is he asking? So, RM-RF.
Basically, wipe the system.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do root remove directory. Okay. So sorry, you got me sidetracked by that. I didn't expect to get trolled in a super chat. Thank you though. Let me go back over here.
He didn't even do it right. You got to sudo first.
Yeah. So I think if we do
and you got to do the no preserve root.
Yeah, let me pause that for a second. So CD SBitX, and then if you give it a period /update. Hey, here we go. So I'm going to let you look at this while I let Frank take over the stream because I got to use the restroom for a second. I will be right back. Frank, you got it from here. Go ahead.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're open format for questions here. Who has a question out there?
KR4ESH.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey KR4ESH, how you doing?
Yeah, I wrote a comment on the YouTubes, and I was asking about HF radios for my first HF radio, and I smashed together a Discord account and decided to come over here and maybe get a bit more answers.
Well, welcome. So what's the question about the HF radios?
So I have around $150, but I'm earning more money. I'm thinking of maybe just saving up some money and buying a G90, but I want to kind of get into it right now. So I was thinking about a QMX Plus or a True SDX.
Okay, so the True SDX and the QMX, someone correct me here. Both of those are kit radios that you build, right?
Yeah, they're both kit.
Yeah.
You can get the QMX built, but it's like a 6-month lead time.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
so
the True SDX you got to build too. Unless you can buy them, but yeah, I think it's a lead time on them too, or it's more expensive.
Do you want to build your first radio, or you just want to pick it up and go?
Honestly, I want to build it. I'm kind of a professional at soldering, if you will.
So I actually just finished rebuilding my QMX Plus today, and it's amazing. I would love it. But I also have a True SDX, but I'm not really a fan of it. So I definitely say it's better to go with the QMX, especially if you're good at soldering and have all the tools.
I am back. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're working through KR4 ESH's question about the true SDX or QMX, or go with G90.
Oh, wow. What, do you want to make a lot of contacts, or you want to fuss around with things and like have nerdy, cool street cred kind of deal?
I'm more of the hippie build your own radios, do radio teletype kind of guy.
Then you might want to like a kit radio. Did you look at the QMX?
The QMX it's a very complex kit in a lot of ways, but the instructions are incredibly clear.
They are, as long as you follow
I
them.
bit off more than I could chew trying to build my first kit ever building a QMX Plus, but I still actually recommend it to people. Like you've just said that you're actually good at soldering, so you've got a leg up on me for building this kit. It's not very expensive. I think it's still only $125 for the QMX Plus, and I think a 5-band QMX is $100 or something like that. It's not very expensive. It does ship from Turkey, but it ships pretty quickly. Hans is pretty responsive. There's a great groups.io around the radio. Like, if you want to build something, the QMX is actually a pretty good target. If you think you might be into Morse code, into CW, you might also look at Jonathan's CFT1, which is a slightly easier build, but it's a CW-only radio.
Yeah, I started learning CW. A ham friend gave me one of those old MFJ CW keyers.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if I'm right or not, but does the QMX do 160 through 6 meters, right?
Yes, it's 160 through 6. And it does
the
CW.
Plus.
The Plus, yeah.
Not the
Yeah, that's
little
what-
tiny box one, the big one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't really want the little QMX one, because if I'm gonna do that, I just might as well go big.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So I guess that settles that, but now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use as my antenna. I was thinking about buying some BNC banana plugs and just building a bunch of dipoles.
That is definitely a good way to start, for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that other than like height above ground and the coax you use and that whole number, but yeah.
Well, I have a giant park across my street, so I could just go there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you can. That'll be good. Absolutely. I mean, by the way, either of these radios will let you do POTA stuff, but like the ZBitX is it's a Raspberry Pi that interfaces with the radio directly, so you can do a number of things that the other radios can't do, but at the same time, it's going to draw more power because it's literally a Raspberry Pi with an HF radio, on top of it. Versus if you were doing a QMX, that's going to be just a radio, and then you would connect a computing device into it to do other things. But just on board, the QMX is going to do single sideband CW without any problem. It's going to sound real good. As far as quality of radio, like quality of radio signal and capability, the QMX is probably the better of the two. That's what I was asking about, like nerdy stuff you might want to do. The ZBitX is way down the techno nerd area. It's a hobbyist radio where you like to futz with the radio and play around with the different things you can do, versus like how good the radio is. Those are two separate things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I saw the ZBitX, and I thought to myself, if I'm gonna buy that, I'll just build it with like a radio barrier or something.
Or some kind of computer. Yeah. That's exactly kind of how it goes down, right?
Yeah. Um. What other antennas could I build besides like the end-fed half-wave or the dipole? I have an old MFJ SWR analyzer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the sky's the limit. There's literally books on building wire antennas and a myriad other things. A lot of times people go with end-fed half-waves because they're very convenient to set up. You can set them up portable in lots of configurations. We were talking about inverted L, but they'll do inverted V. They'll do vertical. They'll do horizontal. They'll do sloper. You know, whatever you basically want to do, you can do with it.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I forgot one other thing I wanted to ask. Hold on, give me a second.
Yep. So while you're thinking, there is a step we need to update the Pico itself. And so this is where I am not sure where to go. So it gives the URL, and it says I need to find a UF2 file. So I'm dropping the link. Where is that UF2 file? Because I'm here, and I'm looking for the upgrade file, and I'm not seeing it listed. So what's up with that? So there is source code and schematics, front panel, source code, front panel. So what if we?
So,
is there? Oh, wait.
The UF2
Got
link
it.
at the top
Yeah.
is literally the file.
Yeah. Okay.
And real quick, Josh. Quick shout out. I see him in the YouTube chat, but he had to duck out of Discord for tonight. Digital Analog Ham has been hanging out. Chris has been here for quite a while, and it's just after 4 a.m. for him.
Oh my gosh! What's up, Chris?
He's no longer in voice chat. He's he said he was going to bed, and then he popped into YouTube chat.
Next time, just yell out if you're watching. Just say something if you're on the Discord or whatever. But yeah, I think the first install failed, and I have a feeling that it has to do with the software being outdated. I think we'll probably do a little Pico if I start doing an upgrade and update on the Raspberry Pi, maybe I should do that first. Local repo had changes. Yeah, it did fail, but I don't know. Should I do a Raspberry Pi upgrade / update, and then do the front panel? Because the front panel is the UI, which we're less concerned about with JS8Call, because I don't think there's a front panel for JS8Call. I could be wrong.
I would update the Pi first.
You don't have to twist my arm.
KR4ESH?
Yeah,
hey,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys would recommend buying like an old, like, for example, an old ICOM 751A on eBay or something, or is that just a lucky shot to get a good one?
What are your goals? What are you trying to do?
I honestly just want to like build my own stuff, like build the antennas, build my own radio, and do single sideband CW and the niche digital modes like radio teletype, because I love that.
Do you want to build a radio from like a PCB board, or what's the plan?
Yeah, something like that. Like, what's that website where the ZBitX is sold? Like hfsignals.com. I saw they. Yeah, they have some kind of kit radio for 40 meters that does CW and SSB that like for like $60. Like that's something that I would want to build.
I'm telling you, do the QMX. The QMX is going to be, you're probably going to get a little bit more out of it, I think. Personal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking to buy. I'll probably buy the QMX. It's a little power plug and a USB-C cable for cat control.
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think the QMX Plus is going to be exactly what you're looking for. It will do RIDI, it will do CW, single sideband. You can do digital modes with it. You can do all that stuff.
Do you recommend buying like like, say I want to buy like 20 feet of coax, would you recommend buying it from like Amazon, like RG58 or RG8X?
I don't know that I would recommend Amazon coax. He's not here. Kay at MRD can talk a little bit more about that. Where do you live specifically? What are you in the U.S.?
Yeah, I live in the northwestern Virginia.
Okay, so you get you get a ton of options then. I would go to Ham Radio Outlet, DX Engineering, and Gigaparts, and I think I'm an affiliate for DX Engineering. I think there's a discount applied to some links, and Gigaparts, I have a link as well. They're linked in the video description. You might be able to get a discount. I know that if you go to Gigaparts, you can get a discount on like Messi and Poloni and a number of really good coax. I'd rather you buy good coax. You don't have to go way down the line and get Messi and Poloni, the like top quality stuff. RG8X, like the DX Engineering RG8X, is very good coax. It is very good. So I
was thinking about going to my local HRO and just getting like.
Yeah.
If you've got an HRO,
there you
then
go.
you are in business for a lot of stuff.
Now,
just not for a QMX kit.
Yeah, no, you're not getting a QMX from HRO. Now, just keep in mind that like the best stuff that HRO has is ABR Industries. ABR Industries coax is very, very good. It's what I use in my entire shack. They have less expensive coax, but they don't. They have like two options, and the less expensive is not like ridiculously less expensive. But yes, that is a either one of those would be fine options.
Would you recommend something like LMR 400 or LMR 240?
LMR
That's overkill for most purposes.
LMR 400 would be very important if you were going to be operating in a lot of 70 centimeter frequencies. But for HF, RG8X is going to be fine until you start getting like really long. If you're going over like 100 feet, then you will start to pick up way more losses.
I don't have the room or the money to do something with 100 feet of coax.
So
yeah, then you're going to be fine with almost anything. You're going to be fine with like RG8X or something like that from ABR.
Yeah, you know the Virginia HRO that's like in Woodstock, that's like an hour 30 minutes away from me.
I have not been to that one. The one that's closest to me is in Milwaukee, and that's like 5 hours away. But I've been there, and if they're all similar, then I can tell you that it's a pretty awesome experience being able to walk in to a store that is dedicated entirely to our nerdy hobby.
It'd be just like walking into a metal detecting store in Florida.
Oh yeah, I love a good metal detecting store, buddy. Oh, show me a mine lab. I love me some mine labs. Big fan.
I have a MineLab Xterra Pro, and I usually metal detect like old Civil War fields.
There you go, man. I can't get that. I got gold. That's all we got out here. We don't have good relics. We don't relic hunt out here.
Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, if you're talking about the Woodbridge, Virginia HRO, it's pretty nice. It's, I guess, what you would expect, but good amount of radios, good coax, lots of antennas.
There you go.
Knowledgeable staff.
Nice.
Yeah, they're knowledgeable. They were pretty easy to work with, pretty kind.
Now, Josh, this is probably something you'll like. So when I do get my QMX Plus and build it, I already have a ham stick for 10 meters. I will grab my backpack, build a rig, put my 10-meter ham stick on there, and start metal detecting, calling CQ on 10 meters.
There you go. Yeah, a little metal detecting on the air. I tried to do that. The people were not interested. People were not interested in seeing me metal detect and do ham radio, but I like it. I think that's great.
I just want to see the reaction of the people when some kid on the beach is metal detecting, wavering around the stick, and has a 10-foot antenna sticking out of his backpack and dragging 15 feet of wire behind him.
Yep.
So
Ghostbusters.
yeah, having heard you mention going to the beach and hearing you that you're in Virginia, the other suggestion I have, if you haven't already found his YouTube channel, is Salty Waltz, Coastal Waves and Wires.
Oh,
he has
great
a
guy.
whole channel that's basically about operating near the ocean and using the ocean as a saltwater amp and building antennas. He's got a book out now about antenna building with wire, and I really recommend it.
Yep. Salty Walt's a
Yeah,
good dude.
I watch him all the time, Josh. I like his YouTube channel more than yours. I'm sorry if that offends you.
It does, actually. It does. I'm offended deeply.
Jeez.
All the offense was taken.
All offense
I'll
was
start
taken.
filling out the hurt feelings.
All
report for
the
you.
offense.
No, he's a good guy. I've got to meet him in person a couple of times. No, let's see. I think I saw him the first time was at Hamvention last year because they did the book. The book, well, last year, this year. Good guy. Good guy. Absolutely good guy. Got no complaints about Walt. Good stuff. But also at the same time, it's like, how difficult it is to go to the beach and operate radios? Come on now. Whole channel built on just being on the beach? Come on. He does way more than I'm kidding. Do you see his recent stuff where he's got the uniform on with his thumbnail? I love it.
I saw it.
Walt is fantastic, and we even had him on the kids' table one time.
All right. I'm gonna get back to this though because I'm gonna try and get back into this ZBitX. So it looks like you can update it, you can upgrade it. It doesn't like any of that. There's a number of people who are like looking at my screen right now, and they're like, maybe you can't. Do you need to update? No, I did that. The 0 runs most of the front end. 0 runs most of the front end. I don't know what that means.
Oh wait, is this thing running to be in 10?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
If it's based on Debian 10 got deprecated, although it does look like it's pulling from the archive Raspberry Pi, so it should still find it. But we ran into this at work because we're running Debian 10 across an embedded fleet of machines, and now we can't easily we had to change the apt sources on all of them because the release is too old. Yeah.
So okay, let me tell you why I don't like Linux. I'll tell you why, and it's this reply: your Raspbian release is too old.
You're probably right.
So you're totally right, and that's the problem I have. So if I put down like a Raspberry Pi and I don't touch it for a while, and I come back to it, if there's some like major point release that just you're done, you can't upgrade it anymore. This is the problem with Linux. You have to be like on it all the time and just touching it, like massaging it. Linux is like the Wagyu beef of computers, okay?
I had a friend many years ago who said that Unix was I had a friend many years ago who said that Unix and Linux, they were a great place to live, but he wouldn't want to visit there.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good quote. That's such a good quote. I love Linux. I have nothing against Linux. But it's Wagyu beef. You got to go in there and you got to constantly massage it all the time. Like, if you don't touch it for a while, like I haven't touched this radio in a while. That's true. Yep, I did. I haven't touched it in a while. And the fact that I can't just catch up, I get it. I get why. I know technically why that isn't possible. But now what do I do? Do I have to re-flash the Raspberry Pi that's in this? Like, that seems like a nightmare. I don't even know what I want to do. Like, do I want to do this? Is this a thing I want to do? I don't know. Well, since I'm here, we can do the cheater way. Since at this point, all bets are off. So let's see. So let me get my mouse cursor back. Since everything is like, oh yeah, this is all nonsense at this point. You can't update anything. Everything's too old. Okay, wait. Okay, so you missed my potty break. So let's do it again, and I'll show you what happens when I do that. You're gonna
Josh,
really like
can I
it.
ask you a quick question?
If it's related to what I'm doing, yes.
No.
Okay. So hold on. So okay. So the instructions was cd sbitx, which is what I did. And then you do a ./update. And then let's watch my screen, everybody. Here we go. And I get an error. It says, your local changes to the following files would be overwritten. Please commit your changes to stash. Please commit your changes or stash them before you merge. So that's not in the instructions. Not in the instructions. You can keep repeating it. Whoever keeps repeating, there you go. I did it. I did it. I did it. What now? Now do git stash. Okay. Okay. See, but that's not in the instructions. You can say, see, this is Unix. This is the way that the people of Linux talk to you. Saved
Just
working
do these
directory.
30
Yes,
steps.
we did it. So your secret handshake you gave me worked. I love it. I love it. See, but then put that in the instructions. Okay, now I can do a .update.
Josh,
I'm on Linux. I'm on Linux. That's the point.
Are the Linux people in the room with us right
now? The
now?
Linux people are in the room with us right now.
I mean, some of us are, yeah.
Yeah. They get wild sometimes.
But I try not to talk to people like that. I do try to understand that not everyone lives in Linux.
I don't live here. I don't. So please be nice to me. Okay, so that looks like it worked. By the way, that would be great. It would be really, really helpful if when you're following the update guide, where is it? Is it this one? I had it somewhere. Anyway, there's an update guide that walks through. Oh, excuse me. The .update. It tells you to do that. It's like, okay, yes, then there's obviously something where people will fall off of it. So you help them out a little bit. Because I was done. Like I'm not gonna know to send git stash like that error. By the way, okay. Here's the software. Here's the software engineer coming out of me. If you want someone to do something, and your error message is going to the end user, then tell them what to do in the error message. I'm looking at whoever programmed that message. Tell them what to do. And it might be a very broad error message, so they might not be able to. I get that. Broad in the sense that it fires a lot of times. Like it might not be the exact one. But if the answer is, say, git stash, by the way, I didn't expect that, then there you go. It's not that I don't know Git. It's that I'm not. I'm trying to use this as an end user. I'm trying to be the like, this is the person who bought this radio. What are they going to do? You're assuming too much. I think you're assuming too much right now. You're assuming too much from what I just did. Like you're just like, oh yeah, I just do this because I know it. You know it because you spent a lot of time with it versus like any person who picks this up is not going to know that. Any person, that's not accurate. Most people won't know it. Hopefully that makes sense.
I mean, it sort of goes back to a point I think you made earlier that it's something like the ZBitX or the SBitX is not actually going to be a great radio for someone who doesn't know Raspberry Pis, who doesn't know Linux, who isn't going to want to dig into this stuff.
But also,
it's not an appliance radio.
It's not. It's a hobbyist radio. And that's what I said. It's a hobbyist radio. It says, please commit your changes or stash them before you merge. It doesn't say perform a git stash. It doesn't say anything about git. It just says stash them. Like, oh, under my mattress? That's where I normally stash things. Do you understand, like there's different levels of competence in computers and the capability there? And I'd say like the vast majority of hams are not doing this, right? They're not. They're not playing in this space at all. That's the problem. That is something you either do a ton of like write-ups and training and tutorials to just make it as simple as possible. Even then people will screw it up. I get it. But like this just doesn't really have it. Doesn't really have it.
comment for Git. Like, if you're not a software person and you don't use Git ever, you have no idea what that message means.
But let's take this a step further. So KB4CW. But this is common Git error when you have uncommitted changes that you try to write over. How does anyone know they have uncommitted changes that they need to write over? No one knows this. No one has an indicator, a flag, or anything. They don't know they have uncommitted changes. The radio has not told them anything. They have nothing to go on.
See that message on a radio?
No, never, ever. Come on, like, give me that. Give me that, please. There's no indicator that you have uncommitted changes. There's no flag. There's nothing that tells you you're off main or whatever your baseline is. There's nothing to tell you.
And as a user of the radio, you don't even know you've run Git. You're running the update command from
like,
you know, a
no,
script
there's
that happens
nothing.
to call
Like,
Git.
how do I know I'm on Git? No one knows. Also, I don't even know that people understand what Git is.
Right.
Again, I'm trying to play as someone who is a operator of radios, not just I'm on Git. Here's the Git life. Also, I want everybody to respect that I don't work in like public, just out on the internet software Git. My software stuff is all up into deep storage stuff that you don't have access to. There's no there's no freeware or any open, and nothing like that where I work. Okay,
of course, Jody dropped a hot banger of a meme for you, Josh.
By the way, you're not wrong. Like, if you understand Git, you'd get this immediately. Sure, you're right. But I'm not a Git. I'm not a Git super user. I won't claim that. Git is used everywhere. It is. And yes, Git is not GitHub. I know. It's a resource controlling system, and plenty of people use Git. Yes. I just want everybody to understand it's a $100 and something QRP radio that people bought because it's got a cool FT8 interface. Like, that's what brought a lot of people in. And they're going to go update it, and they're not going to know how to do it. They're not going to understand it. So you're too smart. Everybody watching me, you are smarter than probably the above watermark of intelligence for amateur radio when it comes to this kind of stuff, because you probably trend a little bit younger. You're more computer savvy. Keep that in mind. Like, this is why, like, people are like, oh, should I go get this? Maybe. Tell me more about how you work a terminal window. Does that make sense? I hope I'm not throwing any shade at the radio. I am throwing a little shade at that tutorial. The tutorial is bad. Okay.
What's funny is if this were a Nuggets episode, Tio wouldn't know what to do after the first 10 minutes of the show.
Okay, so we're going to reboot this sucker. Let's see what it does. Oh, see, this is, yeah. What's not? It's not bad. I mean, Bash is good. It's what am I thinking of? VI.
Have you ever tried Fish?
This is not your god. Your god is VI. That's where you really need to be. Don't listen to that man. Okay, you got to wait a little bit of time because it takes a while to boot up. Yes. See, this is okay. I don't want to get into the weeds here, but better environment, variables, better constants that they're working off of would have all been better. Again, I'm assuming too much because I don't know the back end on any of this. So, see, we got a guy who works at IT, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and he is confident enough to admit that. So thank you for just saying it's okay to not be the nerdiest nerd in the room and say, like, this is not all right. I don't know what's going on. This is a little confusing. It is. It is. You got to be honest with it. It's fine.
And QRP Live has it right. 95% of the public has never even heard of Git. There's a great big world that does nothing with it. Most of those people are Windows users.
If they've heard the word Git, they've either heard it as a mispronounced get, or they understand British slang.
Okay. A manky git. We got a couple of manky gits in here. Okay, so we have what do we do? Oh, I didn't copy over the front end. Should I copy over the front end? Should I do that even though we're on an old base of Raspbian?
Try it. What's the worst that'll happen?
No, just brick the radio.
A06 hot mic.
We're just waiting for that.
You got Nash. Nash, you want to make a comment?
Oh, I did not realize I was hot. I'm so sorry.
You're so hot, baby. You're so hot. You're so hot here. I'm echoing. Echo.
I have my push to talk on. I'm so sorry. I'll try to get that fixed.
Well, I'll just mute you. Your call. Oh, you got it.
He muted.
I know. Frank, thank you. I know. I'm here too, Frank. I'm in the room. I'm in the room with you.
Josh, are you in the room with me?
I'm in the room. Is Josh in the room right now? I am in the room. Let's see. See, I like this. Okay. The UF2 for front end can be installed if you wish. That scares me. That scares me. If you wish. No, the instructions say to go to cd SBitX to change directory and then type ./update. Those are two very important steps, because if you just be typing ./update in random directories like home, it's not going to get you where you want to be. I am in the room with the Linux users. I am, yes. I am here with you. Okay, so let's do this. All right, to do this, I will show you how this is done. There is a little bit to it. It's not a big deal, but we must interface the computer with the radio. Must find where my it's right here. Where is it? Okay, good. Here we go. So I do need a jumper cable. By the way, kids, if you don't have boxes full, oh my god, hold on. So I keep these little boxes. I bought these boxes a while ago. I have multiples of them. You can see them behind me in my stand-up videos where I'm standing in front of the shack. I have like labels on all my little cases here. And so this is yes, USB-A to USB micro. This is a USB micro device. So there you go. Got to keep them. Keep them in there. Okay. $20 meters is still hot though for FT8. What's going on, man? You do not know me, man. I Velcro strap everything. Every cable has to get a Velcro. If it touches my hands, it's going in the trash or it's getting a Velcro strap. Period. And then it gets coiled. And then proper twisty bit. Okay, so let's show you what I'm working with here. So we're already on the business. You like my combo adapter for the keyboard there? All right, so we will turn this off. And yes, the turn it off is just yank the power cord. All right. One end to the computer. One end to the SBitX. And then you hold down. Oh. It flashed a bit, so I'm going to hold. I think I'm going to give it 12 volt. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to give it 12 volt. All right. Come on. I need a longer cable. Hold on.
I once yanked out something to disconnect it and never turned on back again.
Yeah, it's never coming back at this point.
But that's so professional.
Who's a professional? We're all amateurs. What are you talking about? All right, hold it
Yanking
down.
out the cable. Who uses switches?
Okay, here you go. You're supposed to hold down the plug. Hold down the button on the tuner and then plug it in. When I say tuner, it's VFO. Oh, that's a good screen. That's what we want to see. So I think if we did this right, well, maybe we'll see. So, nope. It was supposed to have opened a directory for us. Hey, look, that's my video. That's my video right there. Don't you need to drag this ZBitX front panel, like that file? That's right there. You have to drag that into the disk, and there's no disk there. So let's do ZBitX upgrade. And if you scroll down here, unplug while keeping the knob pressed down, attach the supplied USB cable between the PC and the cat port, which I did. Remember, if you attach the cat... Oh, that's my problem. See? Okay. My bad. We did it wrong. Wait, did I... cat port. That's right. Okay. My bad. See, I can't get mad about that. I'm going to disconnect everything. So it's off. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so it asked me, like, it immediately powered on. So it's powered on by the cat port. Well, keeping the... Okay. Unplug while keeping the main attached. Okay. All right. Jesus. Do it again. Okay, I'm going to push down the button. I'm going to plug in the cat port. That's a good screen. I think we want to see that. And then I'm going to attach the plug just for extra power. Okay. And there we go. We got it. Okay, we got it. I'll show you what we got. New directory right there. There he is. Okay, so now if I go to the download directory, there. Oh, it didn't finish. Hold on. Yep, save it. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's the guy. So we copy that. And what does it say to do? Unplug. Remember the cat port, not the USB. Yeah. Let go of the knob. Copy the to the file from the PC to the Pico controller. So, is that root? Is that the root directory as it shows up on your computer to the Pico controller? What does that mean? The Pico microcontroller is now updated. This is a write-up issue. So I'm gonna.
That is frustratingly vague, isn't it?
It is vague enough that, like, I have to ask, like, can we fix that? Can we make that a little bit better? That's all. I'm not saying. So again, you're probably right. You're right, and my first instinct would be yes, I'm right, but to just copy it the root directory. But just say the root directory, or when you open up the thing, when you open up the drive that is now open, that base directory, just copy it right into the base. And it did.
I mean,
rebooted.
The fact that we didn't have the git command in there for that part, yeah, it needs to be a little more obvious.
Again, Tom is a very smart person. He knows you can just do that. It's just drag it in there. Just drag it in. But they should just say that. Don't make it confusing for people, because people see it and they're like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Okay, so now we've done that. So we're gonna
The KISS method, folks.
Okay, we're
Keep
gonna
it
restart
simple,
it now.
stupid.
We're gonna restart it. Put together, get my Voltron connector back in there. All right. Okay, it's doing its thing. Let's see. Oh God. Oh God. What have we done? There's no video coming out of this thing. See? I updated it. Oh, look at this. It's like it's not happy. It's not working. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. Hold on. Did it come up? No, it didn't. Oh no, I have to have the HDMI plugged in before I do it. That's my I think that might be my bad. I'm gonna unplug it. Yep. And let's see. Hopefully this should kick off. Yeah, it did. Okay, that was it. Here we go. I'm trying so hard, Uncle Mikey, to make people understand that if you're not like super nerd status, you're not going to understand this stuff. Like it's like people don't think the way that a lot of us think. I'm trying, but I'm glad that you're reiterating that. Wait, are you telling me this is max 9 volt? No, you're not. I'm not transmitting, by the way. This is just receiving. If it's max 9 volt, I'm not going to be... Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, my God. Okay, Jesus. Fine. I'm not going to transmit. Yeah. There, you're running on the cells. You know how many radios I have now that are like 9 volt standard? It's too many. It's too many. Everybody's in the chat. 6 to 9 volt. Okay. Yeah, don't be confused with the 6.7. That's true. I'm not going to transmit. Everybody calm down. Oh no, you gotta love the peanut gallery. You gotta love, because okay, first of all, I've said this a lot of times. I have gone through fires that burn hotter than all of you like grilling me can ever attain. Your BTUs just do not broach the levels that I have had to deal with in my actual career as an engineer. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Oh damn. Okay. It doesn't matter. Let's make it right. Let's figure out how to correct it. My standpoint on the write-ups and all that stuff are completely accurate. I've been right many times. I've been wrong many times. Hopefully people have taken that to improve upon the thing, much like I have taken in when I'm wrong and improved upon the things that I've done. Now, if you've watched me long enough, you know that I fall into the same traps and I'm wrong a lot of the times in the same way. And that's okay, too. Yeah, I'm a human being as much as you all are. And that's fine. We'll get it. We will get it wrong a lot, but we'll get it right enough that's like great. It's fine. We'll get it sorted out. Yeah, exactly. You cannot be a harder critic than I am to myself. There's no way, chat. And I've said that many times too. When you screw up, that's the only way you learn. Okay, so there's plenty of times where I'm wrong on this radio. There's no question. There's also plenty of times where I'm like, yeah, the write-up needs to be a lot better. It really does. So, okay. We have a new UI, maybe. We'll see if FT8 starts showing up. It does seem like it is trying. It's trying to accurate time source itself. Now that we've done that copy over, I know it was just the UI, but I'm going to try to do an update and then upgrade. Yeah, just take all the lessons I've learned and then never do them, right? Just that's it. All right, let's see if is this ready to take terminal commands? Let's see. It gets a little fussy when you try and terminal when it's not ready. I'm just curious.
Oh, Eric's being hilarious in chat. Imagine if the FCC put Linux on the exam.
We'd all fail. Oh, wait, it's stuck. Wait. Oh, maybe it's not. Like 10% of people would be ham radio operators. I don't even know that 10% would be the right number, to be honest with you. I don't know.
I think it'd be 2%, and I'm being generous.
It would be Jason, KM4ACK would be the only one that would be a ham.
It would be him and Dawn and...
Dawn would be a ham. And a number of other people, too. I'm really just screwing around. But
it's a very short list.
People would...
Just don't...
Yeah, I would make a video series on memorizing the Linux answers for the question. I would, too. Because actually, Linux is not that difficult to like pass an exam or like test on Linux, but like to be truly confident in Linux, it's a commitment. It really is. Same thing with Unix.
Just as long as it's not C++, according to Dawn.
Okay, so we have done the thing. I'm gonna minimize the people talking for a second. And I'm going to go full user, and I'm going to go to, oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to mute myself. And where is, yeah, that's it. Add or remove software. So I'm curious. if JS8Call actually shows up in the repository. Otherwise, we're going to have to install it.
Oh, boy.
Again, end user stuff. Oh, see, I didn't even type it right. That's a proper end user. It's not even going to give me anything.
Linux on a ham test? No. Arduino code on a ham test? I'll ace it.
Okay, there we go. JS8Call. Let's try that. Oh, I didn't even have the... Hold on. Jesus. Proper end user status in there. Yeah, I need an 8 in there somewhere. Where's the 8? It's right there.
It's giving you nothing back because it objects to you trying to get something in JavaScript.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I feel like I just need to preemptively say, have you done a factory reset yet?
Oh, you can't? I can't right now. I can't.
I know. I'm just preemptively.
I have ascended beyond your world. You cannot factory reset this.
And Tim, you're like a half hour too late. Someone super chatted to Josh at RMRF already.
Okay, so then that means we're going to the web, folks. We're going to the web. We're gonna do the dirty tarball install. Oh, we gotta pull up a web install. We gotta pull up the web on a Pico. I forgot we're on a Pico right now. So we're literally running at the power of smell right now. I added, by the way, upper right-hand corner is the processor intensity that this poor device is experiencing right now.
Couldn't you just get it from terminal?
You can if somebody wants to drop me the command for it. I would still go to the web as an end user. I would still go to the web and see if I could like. Oh, is it a 0? It's not even a pico. Okay, it's a 0. Okay, so if we JS8Call this, all the Linux guys are like, I'm dying. And we want the GitHub. I think it's this one. Oh, and I didn't even have dark mode enabled. Oh, you monster. This poor device.
How does a Pico start the websites better than my PC?
What's really funny is I am I am now live streaming on an NVIDIA 5070 into a Pico. I'm using this incredible power to work a Pico. Is this the right one? I may be on the wrong one. Oh, this might be. Oh, wait. Oh, that's old. January 27th. Wait, January 27th? Hold on.
If I'm reading your screen right,
yeah, that's right.
2.3.1 is June 27th.
June, yeah. Okay. Everybody's watching me download crap.
This is the content we're here for, Josh.
That's amazing. This is amazing. All right, now what? By the way, we're now off script, right? So end user stuff. What now? It's very similar to Pi 3. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the idea. I only use. I mean, come on.
Now you call Jason up. Go, hey, Jason, I need you on the after chat like right now.
Oh no! He does go to bed.
Oh, I know.
But yeah.
All right, now it's time for X screensaver.
I'm gonna get another beer for the hot install process.
Hey Josh, I want to say real quick, I very sorry about earlier.
Why?
Got a job at HRO.
Oh. Wait, why are you apologizing?
Oh, because I had that open mic issue earlier.
Oh, you don't have to apologize for that. I don't care. When I'm saying I'm gonna mute you, I will mute you, but I'm not gonna like hold a grudge when you say, "Hey, unmute me." I will unmute you. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, but I got a job at HRO.
Congratulations, man. Which one?
The one in Anaheim.
Oh, well, you'll see me in the future. When do you know when you work? Like what days you work? Or don't tell me. Don't tell me on the live stream. But oh, yeah, you'll see me. You'll see me.
Yeah. Unsure of schedules, but Yeah, I'll start in January.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Good for you, man. That will that's a fun store. They got a lot of we got a couple of people, like a couple of cool folks there. And you got Billy Bob, man. Billy Bob's like an institution. You got me on the air. So there you go.
Yeah,
all right,
I love
chat.
all the guys that work there.
All right, chat. So what do I do now? I have downloaded it. Do I go back to the terminal? What do we do to install this this package? Double click it from the download file.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Where is it? That's not the right thing. I have to go to my download files. It's right here. I'm now almost trolling the Linux people right now. Oh yeah. There it is, everybody. It's right there. It's right there.
It's extra funny because your mouse moves like a 1/4 inch at a time.
Yeah, because I'm using a postage stamp style. Oh, do I want to install the file? You're damn right I do, because I lightly touch the pad. Do you want to install this file, chat? all the Linux people have bailed. They're like, I can't. Oh, I need the deb? What? I need the deb, not the RPM?
Is it because it's Debian and not our Raspberry?
It's a Raspberry Pi Zero. I thought that's the right.
Yeah, I would think RPM would have been fine then. Try it, see what happens.
Okay. Oh, dang. Why could that have been? Do I need a deb? I need them debs.
You need a deb file.
I need a deb. All right. I need a deb. Give me that deb.
So wget and then put the link in, and then let it download, and then dpkg-i.
What?
But remember, you need to get all the dependencies first.
Oh, hold on, Josh. Go back to the website.
I'm going back to the website. I'm back on the
Dog,
website.
I need your dependencies, so I put your dependency inside of your dependency.
It's down at the bottom. You need to hit keep.
Hey, I'm going to get my extra.
You are going to get your extra.
I passed all the Linux questions.
You did. You passed them with flying colors so far. Okay, so
now it should be in downloads.
I'm on the release page, and so let's see. Platform changes, library, user enhancements. Okay, all that stuff.
You downloaded a deb. It's in your
Yeah, I got it. I got that deb. But what do I do about all my other files I need?
Just use dpackage, and then it'll tell you what's missing.
What is dpackage?
dpkg. It's the deb install.
In the terminal, or
in the terminal.
But why wouldn't I just double click the thing that says deb? Because that's the thing I downloaded.
Guys, you're doing it again. Don't assume anybody knows anything about Linux.
Okay, you need to go into the terminal.
Okay, all right. I'm going in the terminal. Wait. Hold on. Nope, that's the wrong one. I found it. I'm in the terminal. Oh, we lost you, man. Come back.
There we go. He's in the terminal.
Yes.
Right, so I'm assuming it's in your downloads folder.
It is, yes.
So CD downloads.
Ah, yes. I will use the tab button. Maybe.
Oh, hang on.
I need root. I need slash download.
There's a commenter said you got it for AMD 64 and not ARM.
Hold on. That's annoying the crap out of me. What? What am I doing?
You need to go and get the
Oh,
right
I got it.
JS8Call.
It's an uppercase D. Oh, okay. Oh no, FL Digi. That's the wrong one. We don't want to do that. So okay, now I'm in my CD downloads directory. Now what?
Okay, so type ls.
Yeah.
Press enter.
We're doing a list. Yeah. I got something that says it's all red and it says JS8Call, but it's a .deb.
You have the wrong file.
Why?
You have the file for the wrong platform.
Which file's the right one?
There's actually a Raspberry Pi one on the JS8Call website.
Okay, so which one is the right one? So I am on the I'm on the GitHub.
I just went to the JS8Call website.
No, but
go to js8call.com.
That's old. This is the update.
What does that mean?
There's an update that came out in June.
Next thing is Googling the error message.
That tarball.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find, and your antivirus you have to turn off as well. It does not like it.
Yeah, on Windows for sure.
Yeah, especially the latest update.
There's no Pi image.
Wait, somebody says the repo's been updated. What's a repo? What's a repo?
Probably the GitHub.
There is no installer for Raspberry yet. For this and other platforms, or if all of our pre-built installers do not work on your particular system, you can try compiling from source code.
Called it.
I'm not ready to do that as an end user.
Okay, if you're not ready to do that as an end user, I suggest using the old one because there is an image available on the JS8Call website.
That is actually a very good approach, Tom. You have a good approach there. I got a $50 super chat that says, I will spend 10 hours with you. I will teach you Linux for half, and you teach me ham. Something is a joke here, or all of it. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. But wait, someone in the chat said you could just app repo sudo apt install JS8Call. Do you think that what's a repo, Tom? What's a repo?
I posted in chat the GitHub.
Tom, what's a repo?
A repository is where all the software that you can download comes from.
So if I'm not a GUI slave, I could just type in that and then potentially get the software I'm looking for?
Probably.
Maybe even?
Try it and see.
Let's try it. Sudo.
But before you do, make sure you do a sudo apt update and a sudo apt upgrade.
Well, I've already done that.
I did the sudo update, but let's try the upgrade because I don't know that I did that after the sudo update. Let's try that. Oh, apt. That's my bad. Jesus. Now I'm literally becoming the person that I'm pretending to be.
What do I know? I'm a NetBSD user.
Okay.
And I love how you didn't, maybe you didn't, you just didn't, I don't know, Josh, but that's Eric, Hamstick Eric.
I know.
It's common you have, okay.
I know.
I was, you're like some user.
That's the joke we're working with here. Come on now.
Okay.
Sudo apt install.
Where's Don?
JS8Call. Let's see. All right, here we go.
We need a Don. Calling all Dons.
Oh, invalid. Oh, well, you have to spell it right. That's my bad. I'm using a tiny, horrible keep. Oh, nope, that's God Lord. How did I get an S in there? All right, are we good? Okay. There we go. Oh, see, another wait, we got another user. I need a dash. How does one dash on this thing? There we go. Now we're dashing. Nope. That didn't work.
It didn't.
Wait, it's not? It what? Am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it wrong, Eric?
You don't need a dash between app install.
I know, Frank. I'm literally indulging upon every Linux desire at this point. Two dashes. I need more dashes. Where's
all the dashes?
I need all the dashes.
Do you want to go down another end user rabbit hole?
2 dashes now. Oh, no.
Have you tried using the app search function?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Absolutely.
Did you?
I don't think you can install JS8Call.
Oh, no, you can't install. No, that's true.
Installs.
Nope, didn't like that. More dashes, right?
Yeah, just keep adding dashes.
Yeah.
maybe you need a dash instead of a space. So maybe it should be sudo dash apt dash install.
So yes,
dash.
yeah. So for anybody that oh God, I'm literally like telling people, oh yeah, like as a Linux user, it's install, and then the package you want to install. So it's JS8Call. Like that is what you're supposed to do. It's not there. There's nothing there.
Right,
I got a super chat. I got $50 to say you deserve another 50 super chat just for having to deal with the excessive Linux nerds being excessive.
So Josh, I just dropped it into the Discord chat.
Thank you.
I found the absolute right way to get it done for you. I put it in Discord chat.
Like a DM to me, or what are you talking about?
No, in the live chat.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh no, you've been ignoring DMs all night.
No, I saw him.
Okay.
I'm in the chat. Where did you send it? Oh, there's so many dashes. There's more dashes.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to do it.
Okay, so what are we doing, kids? What are we doing? There it is. There it is. That's there it is. So, if we go back to the releases, they don't have an installer. So what is the right install file right now for this this JSA package to run on Linux? Does anybody know? I have Win. Oh, it's definitely not. It's not x86. I have a DMG, a Deb, and then I got source code. So I'm rocking the source code life, right?
Dirk in Discord chat might have something.
No, Eric's got it.
Okay.
There is no installer for Raspberry yet for this and other platforms, or if all the pre-configured installers do not work on your particular system, you can try compiling from source code. Yay! So, sorry, I got an itch. So compiling from source code for Linux is like literally taking somebody's software and compiling it and running it on your system. You can totally do that, but that usually requires like having dependencies. And dependencies are like software packages that we default to because it's like, oh, they already wrote it good enough or in the best way possible. And so we just write our code to reference those software libraries and then pull them in and be like, yes, they do the best representation of this. And then you have to make sure you have that on your system. The problem is that, like, can you try the deb? Yeah, I can try the deb. Yeah, I'll try the deb. Yeah, absolutely. All right, where's my debs at? All right. Oh no, we got to go back. Oh, we got to go back. Well, how do you want me to do it? Okay, hold on. I will try the deb. How do you want me to try it? Mark. By the way, this is no negativity against the radio. The radio, everything that's happened since when I rebooted that radio is all just me screwing around right now. I have a number of softwares running on the U console right now. The U console has, like, went from very upsetty at it, not a fan, and then when I got that SDR package, that, like, sideload chip with the antenna package, skyrocketed. It's now on my desk. It's something that I use often. It's cool. It's super cool. Where'd he go? Come back. I'll try the deb. What do you want me to do? I'm on the desktop. I'm going to just run the deb.
I'm pretty sure that to be, other people have said this, but that deb isn't going to work because this is an ARM platform. And that's
it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay. So I guess we found out the answer to the question is the update for JS8Call does not work, which we need that to work. We need it to work.
Someone needs to build a package for the ZBitX, and nobody's done it yet.
Right. Well, for the current updates, there's no install package for that.
Right.
Yes, Tom is right. You can go get it off the website, and that will run. I have ran that before. That actually runs. Sudo reboot. Yes, that's the right answer. That is the right answer. It's just sudo reboot. Let one of the nerds SSH in and do it? Oh, that's wild. I don't think I'm going to open up the endpoint here. That's okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Lucas, that's a very good point. Okay. So if you're dealing with Linux, I know I'm kind of poking fun a little bit. I am. That is honestly the best answer is you hope that there's a good README that goes along with anything you're doing. If you're in way over your head, which you're going to get way over your head really quickly with Linux, that is the best answer, is read the things you can read. The READMEs, the install packages, whatever you can. If you go to GitHub, actually look at the resources that are available to you and read them. Like, truly go in there and read them. Linux is not the same kind of world with Windows. It's not just like double click and be like, yeah, I totally give up my entire soul to your end user license agreement. It's not that. You do have to take time to actually understand what's going on. And that's why I think people just don't really vibe with it, because humans literally look at computers as an appliance. It's really just an appliance. It's a tool. That's all that it is. So, yeah, okay, there you go. I think I've had enough fun. I think I've screwed with you guys enough. There you go. Yes, that comes across. You know how to do all this stuff. All right, I'm done with doing all this stuff. Oh my gosh, we are literally at the lightest amount of creators at this point, because I think everybody got tired of my nonsense that I was doing through this live stream. So we are going to catch up with some of my YouTube friends, and I think the first. Who is the first? Oh my gosh, I was like,
I am.
Oh, you are the first. Frank is the first. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, how's it going, Frank? What's going on with you, man?
It's going great. I don't even have time to drop my own link, so maybe Gray
You don't
Man
have
will get
the
it,
time? Where do you got to go somewhere? You got somewhere to be? Or what are we doing? I'm gonna wait, hold on. Let's drop that. Man, I got to tell you, I don't like there's some Windows 11 stuff I'm not really a fan of, but it's solid as all hell. My voice hasn't dropped out. Nothing, no microphone issues. This computer is fantastic. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to think about it for another 4 years. So there you go. What's going on with you, Frank?
You have 11 on that? Oh no.
Hey man, I'm going in. I'm going in hard.
I have had so many horror stories about 11 with ham radio stuff that I'm staying on 10 as long as I can. With that being said, I had my Fridays with Frank yesterday. It was lots of fun. I had two very interesting chatters in my live chat. It was quite fun, quite interesting, and we're gonna see what goes from there. I know, sorry, Tim, I'm stealing the thunder. This Wednesday, the Traveling Ham, KE0VIM. No, wait. Okay, no. Tim, I messed that up. Who is it on Wednesday that we have on the kids' table doing the giveaway?
Dude, you stole my thunder. So
okay, so it is.
Well, wait.
Mike.
He tried to steal it. You just don't have to answer him, Tim. You could just say like, "No, I won't answer you. I will tell you."
Yeah, there you go.
Stay tuned for Tim's response to Frank's question.
I could just go into the back channel real quick and look it up, but I won't. Anyway, just having fun. I have found YouTube's nice and everything, but I have found that Twitch is underutilized in the ham radio hemisphere, and I am pushing to try to get more followers on Twitch and try and get ham radio going on Twitch. Josh, I know you're over on Twitch right now because I was for a little bit there one of the viewers tonight on Twitch. So I know you're over there.
I'll tell you what the secret is for Twitch, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is right now. So you generally you got to be either in the zeitgeist, so that has to be like a very popular game, or you have to be something that's so goddamn weird that no one's experienced before. So that's kind of like ham radio. But then you have to make it look cool as hell while you're doing it to keep them engaged. Otherwise, and you got to, because they have no idea what the hell is going on, because you're literally talking to people that have no concept of what is going on. You have to have like a very good example of what radio is. And then when you start like making contacts and jumping around and all that stuff, you have to talk through the whole thing. You have to narrate your whole operating deal. Like it's not hard to do, but you got to be very emotive when you're doing it. On Twitch, you have to be emotive.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Right now, I have 19 followers over there. My goal is the end of the year to get to 100. So it's the same as here on YouTube. It's at
like followers, not
yeah.
subscribers, because followers versus subscribers is different on Twitch.
Just plain people hitting that I want to watch this button.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
No, I know Twitch has they call subscribers there where you have that's memberships on YouTube. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's.
Frank, have you thought about sitting in a hot tub while you work Twitch?
I don't.
Someone will know what I'm referencing. I am actually a Twitch user. You know.
Yeah,
not that.
If I remember right, they're still banned from Twitch. So, So I'm having fun over there. I'm streaming to both. I'm having fun. So if you're on Twitch or you're thinking about watching me on another platform, that's where you can find me. I went there for Thursday night for my NorCal swap. Just this past Thursday, I didn't even go live to YouTube. I recorded it on the back end and uploaded it as a VOD to YouTube afterwards. Yeah, so I'm having
speaking
fun.
the lingo. You're already saying VODs and stuff. Look at you.
Oh,
look
buddy,
at
I know
you.
the lingo.
Look at you.
Yeah, so and I'm gonna give you, and I know both Marks are listening, and Soda Plus is short time here, so you might want to get him next. No offense, Tim, but
right.
you might want to get okay.
Then you gotta take a back seat on this one. I'm sorry.
$23,591, and that is with the ARRL match and what was donated via the Give the Stim link last Saturday. 13 hours and 45 minutes.
It was the longest live stream I've ever done. That was the longest live stream I've ever done. That is...
Now, granted, it was across 2 live streams, but yeah. But it was $23,591, Josh. That is awesome. What's funny about it, Leia was there in the chat, as you know, and I had made mention the night before, let's see if we can get 50K raised. Well, we didn't quite. We almost got to halfway.
Leia's crazy. Leia's crazy.
No. I told my chat the night before, let's see if we can get somewhere in the ballpark of 50K. And I happen to go, I in the chat early on, I went, can we get to 50K tonight? ? And Leia just ran with that. She's like, 50K is the goal.
So I want to point out that the fundraiser that I opened, you can all add it to your streams. If you want to do your own fundraising stream and just add to it, you can. It goes to the ARRL. It works. You just have to go down to the bottom of the live stream and click the fundraiser tab. And if you search ARRL, you want the one that I created this year. It's not like you can create your own. The ARRL is on there. Feel free to do so. But if you want to keep adding and stacking onto that number, go for it. Like, we're all in it together as far as I'm concerned. It all goes to the same place. It's all a good cause. Go nuts. Like, absolutely.
That is great to know. The only problem with my channel, and this is the other part I'm going to push, and then Mark, Soda Plus, get ready. I'm at just over 2,100 valid public watch hours, and I need at least 3,000 watch hours to even start to do that. So if you want to see me help get things contributed to the ARRLTI, besides me using the Give the Stim link, I have a shareables playlist on my channel. Go put that on now it is IP bound. So, put it on one computer in your household, one computer at your local library, your kid's school computer, have them log in and watch it.
This is not sub for sub. We're not doing sub for sub crap.
No, I'm not talking about Twitch. I'm talking about YouTube.
I know what you're talking about. That's what it feels like right now. I remember growing up in the early days of YouTube. It's like, hey, man, if you sub to me, I'll sub to you. And it's going to be like, we all get subs at the end. It's like, yeah. They got to be real subscribers, Frank. You got to get like those real committed folks. That's
I just need my watch hours up at this point. So, go put that playlist on every computer and have fun with it. And
go to the Circuit City. Add that to the PCs at the Circuit City. You'll be all set.
And the Radio Shacks. Absolutely.
And the Radio Shacks.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, so there you have it. And yeah, there were originally 9 of us in here tonight, Josh. So yeah, nice short list.
Yeah, it's very short. It's very short because I went all into Linux and everybody's like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go now. I gotta go.
It is Hiken and Hammond Lou that got over the 1,000 mark thanks to the promotion from last Saturday during the. Yeah, he got like 60 new subscribers within like the first 10 minutes of that last week. So
Lou said, I don't want the radio, just sub to my channel. Everyone said,
Right.
"Oh, deal. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Let's
he
do
got
it."
like 60 new subs, got over that 1,000 mark, and he is having the giveaway on the kids' table this Wednesday.
Nice. Ah, very good.
That's it. Go to Mark.
My good buddy here in the South Bay, Soda Plus. How's it going, man?
Hey, man, I was cracking up watching you talk about repos.
You like Linux, Mark? Do you use the Linux?
I mean, all I'm saying is I've occasionally done an rm-rf star.star with a sudo in front and hated my life afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. How
But
you
who
been, man?
hasn't?
What are you up to?
Dee has had a lot of videos she wanted to watch, and my job is to make them.
Okay.
So I've spent the last week making some extremely niche content for the 10 people who are going to enjoy it.
I just like the picture I'm looking at. It when I see it on my screen, which is kind of zoomed away from me a little bit. It's like Dee looks like she's soldering Ormu on the thumbnail. And I'm like, that's not what's going on.
The cat.
Don't solder the cat.
No, you can't. The cat would not appreciate it.
No.
The cat just wants kibbles.
Yeah.
So, all right, things that I've tried this week. 3 general types of content. One, I finally, after a month, have my mountain goat video going up tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
The reason it took a month is I have been learning Resolve, and it turns out that Resolve has all of these amazing animation nodes. And so I tried some just dumb stuff in this video, like adding health bars to the people as they hike.
Okay.
Is it helpful? No. Does it add to the content? Absolutely not. But I learned a lot.
I like it.
So that'll drop tomorrow morning. It's already out for members. The reason we launched members is because we're making such niche content that honestly, most of our subscribers don't want to see it. And we were actively getting unsubscribes when I put out some of this stuff. So Dee said, oh, well, we'll make it members only, and then they won't even see it. So problem solved.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the goal is not necessarily to get members. It's, I guess, to not lose subscribers. I don't know. The goal is to make videos that make Dee happy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been asking for
honestly, if you're succeeding in that space as a starting out YouTuber, as a newer YouTuber, that's the best thing you can do, is just do something that you're passionate about. That's the most important thing.
It's been a blast. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm using the K6ARK recording system, and I'm just recording uncut audio from CW activations and then putting that up without transcription. And then the game is to see who can give me my log first.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty slick. Okay, I like that.
And I will tell you, Dee is getting really good at it. I did a 6-minute activation today, and in 6 minutes, I made 10 contacts, and she got 9 of them right.
Okay.
The impressive part is I
don't think
to run
it works if you
words
just
a
give
minute.
the prize or the 100 internets to your spouse, significant other. I don't think it works that way, Mark. You have to let the community win.
Anybody who wants to compete, the videos are online. You can go compete. So that's just been kind of fun. It's a good way to practice hearing real world stuff. There's lots of QSB pile-ups, people going 10 words a minute, people going 30 words a minute. I mean, you can hear all this on the air if you go activate, but some people like to hear it before they go out in the field.
Yeah.
And then the third thing we've been doing is playing Morse code learning games at night and live streaming them to just try to get better.
I have to ask about the VTuber video.
Oh, yeah.
So I have always said you have to do, like, if you think you're going to do something. Here's my problem. And Mark, I say problem. It's really just my natural
Proclivity.
Proclivity. When I talk about
Proclivity.
Proclivity.
4 syllables. Yes.
Yeah. You have to do a thing for like multiple months before you can say it was a success or a failure. And if you start something and you don't finish it, you almost are like, if you do it too many times, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like you almost have to commit to something and then like hit it. And then, your community's like, okay, he hit it at least. Like it's not great, but he hit it. So I'm actually curious, like the VTuber Morse code. I tuned in. I was watching for a little while. What do you think about that? Like, what are you going to do some more of those?
Well, so we've already done 4 with me, 1 with D. She's working on improving the VTuber. And we have a lot more ideas than just one game. For example, D really wants to know how rag chews work. So instead of talking about it, I was thinking, let's get on the air and do some rag chews, do it live.
Yeah. Okay.
And with all of the mistakes that come with that, I've had a lot of friends tell me I should be doing W1AW beacon practice. And I'm terrible at that. I figured let's start with 12 words per minute and then just copy some beacons and work the speed up. So I think there's a whole bunch of games like Morse Runner that does ARRL field day simulations where we could do multiple live streams with the focus on Morse code learning, but kind of different twists. And it's going to make me better. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what I want.
But you're going to stick to it. You're going to keep doing it? Because I think I don't know that it's there yet. I don't know that the ham radio world is ready for it yet, but I think that you might be the first one to do it. I think you are the first one to do it, to be honest with you. I don't know that anybody's tried this before. So I don't want you to stop. I want you to keep trying it.
I've been having 10, 13 people watching it, and they're copying along. They're at different levels of Morse code fluency. And the value I've gotten out of it is my Morse code has gotten noticeably better. And one of my Elmers has actually been rewatching them after the live and then giving me advice on how I can get better. He's been telling me like, oh, like you've got weaknesses here. You need to change this in your practice.
I think you should have fox ears while you do this.
D actually really wants me to have a VTuber persona. I'm not sure about it.
Do it, Mark. Do it.
Do it. I mean, at this point, try it. What the hell? Like, why not? Why not?
But no, I'm committed enough to it that I bought a new webcam. So the video quality's gotten better. It's a pan tilt zoom camera, so it tracks my face. I got a green screen, and I worked out a virtual camera with AI image extraction so I can do a really clean overlay on top of games. And I haven't shown this live yet, so I've already figured out how to do a really clean audio and window capture of the smart SDR interface using a beta feature in OBS Studio.
Oh.
So I can feed the audio directly into OBS.
Oh,
and it's gonna be,
okay.
Yeah, it's going to be really clean, and it bypasses a lot of the audio interference problems that I've seen other people having. So I'm going to keep playing with it. If it's a terrible idea and I don't learn Morse code, I'll drop it. But there's nothing like practice, man. You practice every week and you're going to get better.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like you exploring the space too. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, and you joined in with one of them. I think you saw the very first one I tried, and
I saw the first one. I saw one with D. D was doing it too. Yeah.
The first one was really rough.
D's was a lot better. D's looked polished. I mean, it looked like, yes, this is. So it kind of matched her moving around and talking and stuff, and it was like, yes.
That's right. Yep. Yeah. So we're going to keep getting better, and I don't know, it's fun. Anyway, I took a break from all that today and just went out and activated.
There you go. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. So okay.
Yeah, because you can't get so into the YouTube, you forget to go make beeps on the air.
Well, there you go.
So that's it.
All
Thanks
right,
for the chance to chime in, and thanks, Frank, for giving me the reordering. I have work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so I got to drop here.
What do you mean you have work at 6 a.m.? You're going to work, man?
All right. I'll explain later.
Okay. All right.
It's a thing.
Take it easy, man.
I go to work. I go to work tomorrow too, Josh.
Well, okay, all right. Well,
Good
Tim.
morning,
Well, Tim, Gray Man Poda is next. Go ahead, man. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? Just God, you know what? I don't know what I've been kind of out of sorts this week. We had some thievery going on around here, and been dealing with that. But other than that, things are going good. I'm gonna be live streaming here in a few hours this morning, in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, from the park, and I'm switching over to StreamYard from Restream.
Okay.
And the studio is a little different. So I was out. I just did a quick activation today, live streamed it just to get through and make sure that that's going good. So that's what I've been messing with here. And then obviously we got the stream coming up on Wednesday night. So trying to hopefully get that polished up enough so it's as close to what we were doing with live stream. But Frank did figure it out. Lou, Hiking and Hammond, went over 1,000 subscribers last week, and so he's going to be doing a giveaway and going to be doing it on the Ham Radio Kids table Wednesday night, 8 p.m. So we'll be busy with that. Otherwise, it's the end of the year. We've kind of slowed down. We're going into these like mandatory shutdowns or mandatory freezes, not shutdowns. So I'll have quite a bit more time on my hands to do some ham radio stuff and
nice
work on things like trying to get early shift activator as opposed to late shift, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, 'tis the season, I guess, in certain cases for certain people. So I'm glad you're doing good, and yeah, please keep having fun out there. And I guess we should touch in with you like when we talk again, maybe next week or something like that. Like do a little catch up on what your POTA setup is. I know you've probably talked about it multiple times, but you're probably one of the more active POTA people out there right now, right? Because you're out at your park all the time.
Yeah, I stay pretty active just because it's so close to the house and I work from home. So it is my escape from work, right? When I get frustrated, I just go over to the park and go.
How cool is that, by the way? Who would like to have a pocket park where you could be like, I'm pissed off at work. I'm going to take 5 minutes and hop over to the park and activate real fast.
I would love that.
That'd be amazing.
Mine's close enough. I actually could do that. I just haven't yet, and I really should.
You should.
So where I live stream at the park, it's not part of the twofer. It's just a single entity at that point. But I've got 5G wireless over there, or 5G internet.
Yeah.
So I can live stream without any problems. But it's 23,000 acres, so there's quite a bit of room over there to go activate from.
That's cool, man. I like it. Well, maybe you'll regale us with your ideas and thoughts on POTA on the back end, because I know you have activated a ton. So thank you, Gray Man. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
All right. I think, let's see. Oh, next is Mark.
Josh.
Hold on 1 second. We got to get through one more. Mark, are you there? Mark Boondock Echo?
I am.
Hey, what's going on, man? I can.
I'm really sad Mike's not here tonight.
Yeah, he wasn't here. So I think he's traveling. I could be wrong, but I think he might be traveling. Usually
I know,
is...
but I just really enjoyed complaining about how long he took to speak and how I had to wait until it was over. I don't get to do that tonight.
No, you don't. Actually, it's a pretty quiet night. Like I was talking so much about Linux, I think I scared everybody away. So I don't know. Only the hardcore, die-hard folks are here right now.
Man, they dropped like flies.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Viewership is down. And the only people left are just people that are super mad about how I do Linux. So
yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
We mailed our first unit to a jail. Should get there on Monday. So that's new. So
Is
and
it
exciting.
Folsom? Is
They're
it Folsom prison?
sadly no. It's a sheriff's jail out in Tennessee somewhere. So real nice people. So we're happy to get that out. We've got another fire department coming along, and then a volunteer asked for a demo unit, and I sent him a Boondock Echo because I don't have any rack mount units to send. There's none made, and the next one's probably a month and a half out. So yeah, so things are going pretty well there. Just working, man. Nothing exciting. I need to make some videos. Some of those really exciting lens icing simulations that everybody just went gaga over. I think will probably be next in my future. But other than that, I don't know that I have much in the way of an update this week.
Like icing simulators for like a plane wing, or what are we talking about?
No. Lens icing, ISING. Remember from the fundraiser?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes.
That's the name of that simulation.
So I was also telling Mark that his presentations he does are really well put together, and he should make like just a really tight, like 10-minute video on some of these key concepts and just keep it real tight. The great thing about that is that you can make like a ton of them at 10 minutes and just pump them out. I think people would love that, man. I think it would be great.
Okay, so here's why I haven't, and let me just run this past you.
Okay.
Is that going to take me away from the audience I want on the Boondock channel?
I have an easy solution for you, Mark. Spin up a new channel.
Oh, spin up or spin down?
No.
Spin up.
Yeah. Okay.
Only Mark would get that.
Nice.
let me just say, like, I have not spun up any different channels. I just put all the things on my channel. I have not made new channels. I do not have a second channel. I don't have second channels that I comment on videos. I don't make secondary channels on anything. I have no different channels. Period.
Really,
I gotta say,
you're
you're in the wheelhouse, and all you're showing is your skill in this space. You're only showing how good you are in the space that you are creating a product in. So I don't know why you wouldn't share that, and I don't know how that isn't related in the sense it's
Fair
like,
enough.
yeah, it's not a how-to. It's not a how-to. It's not going to hurt you in the sense, like, you know what I mean? It's just because it's on your channel, that doesn't mean it's the same audience as all your other videos, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm doing it. Maybe I'm doing YouTube wrong. I don't know. Think about it, Mark. Mark went mute. I don't know.
I just know that any variation off of what you already do on the main channel, unless you already have a huge following, Josh, I'm looking at you, takes forever for it to be picked up by the audience you want it to be picked up by.
But I was where you're at in 2018, right? I was doing all kinds of different content, and I said, okay, I'm going to make it ham radio focused. So all Mark's talking about is just doing a presentation about things that are directly related to ham radio. So
it might be too much of a deep dive for a lot of people that watch Boondock.
That's crazy. Now we're getting so niche down. We're getting niches upon niches at that point. That's crazy.
Oh,
that's
crazy. Apparently Mark lost his PTT.
Am I back?
You're
back.
There. You're back.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to leave you hanging or anything. I was pressing the button and nothing was happening. So
you're back. You're back.
Okay. I mean, I can give it a shot. I don't know. Probably just overthinking it. So okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can try that.
Well, assume the way I look at all videos on YouTube is that nobody's finding you by clicking on your channel. Nobody's clicking on your channel. Like some people, very few people are clicking on your channel. You're only really driving the algorithm and writing the algorithm. You're like, oh, I don't want to buck the trend of the algorithm. If your video's good enough and it's in a particular space, just because it's off the kilter of the normal space, it doesn't mean it's not going to be any less popular. It's popular based off of people watching it. You always have to remember at the end of the day, eyeballs on video is the most important thing. Making the best video that people will watch is the most biggest factor of anything. You can like min-max and tweak things and do all this other stuff, but if you don't have a good video that's backing it, people won't watch it. Period. Like it that's it. That's all it comes down
to. Fair enough. So, and I mean, with respect, the video that I based that presentation on actually was one of the best performing videos on our channel so far.
Nice.
So, yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll have to carve out some time here, but I can make something happen.
Nice. Okay, Mark. Well,
and I mean, Mark, based on the DIY Balun physics and your Bluetooth video that you did, maybe it should stay on the Boondock channel and it will just work out, well. But there's my 2 cents.
All right.
Yeah. Well, so the Bluetooth one I crafted to get it, I was looking for keywords that would hit. And I wanted to position ourselves as, we know what we're doing. I was just worried about the lens icing just being too esoteric, too out there, too hard to, for people to connect to.
I mean,
I don't like what happened with the Linux tonight. It's just, we lost people.
Yeah. I mean, but that's...
Yeah, but you know what? The people will be back.
I mean,
that's true.
A lot of the times, yes. A lot of the times, yes. I won't say that I will not do like weird stuff all the time. That is true. So that is true. But you have to explore the space a little bit. You have to push outside the boundary. Otherwise, you're just competing with people that are setting the pace for you, and then you just run their pace, and then you will never be better than anybody. You'll just kind of find a slot, and then like, okay, we changed nothing. We've grown nowhere. We all just create the same content, and then that seems subtly boring, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Hey, Josh, this is Mark. I'm still here. Do you mind if I throw in a thought?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, Mark, when I was watching you on the live stream, the description you were giving and the passion you were putting into it was better than anything I've seen. You really were excited. Your descriptions were clear. The graphics were good. They were stuff that you don't see everywhere. And the internet can use a good deep dive. I would love to see you make those videos. And I think people would connect more with you seeing you make them.
Yes. Yes.
Fair enough.
Mark, you said it better than I did. Yep.
Yeah, I look pretty stiff when I'm just reading off a teleprompter. Agreed.
Try not reading off of anything. Just going off the dome, Mark. Just go off the dome. Go nuts. Explore the space. Go crazy.
To the dome. To the dome.
Just off the dome. To this date, I've never... no, I have 3 videos that I made that had a script that I followed.
I have never done a script. Maybe that's my problem.
But you're like...
I've tried a script a couple of times, and yeah, it helps me stay on course, but it really doesn't feel as organic.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I'm not capable of talking at it in some competent level, then I don't really know it, and I'm just regurgitating somebody else's knowledge if I feel that way. Anyway,
I did see somebody said do a video on the Echo and Tango, and those are absolutely fair requests and criticisms. The reason that I haven't is I can't. Casey changes things too rapidly. Like, it's a complete new UI every other week. Like, a video that I made when he first put out the Tango would be completely useless now. I think he's gotten it to a point where it's stable, and he's gotten rid of these ghosts that he's been chasing. So it would look similar to what people are going to get on their devices, but that's what's been holding me back. It's just been crazy changes.
Yeah, no, I can see that with TC changing things all the time. So, yeah. All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So there was somebody, I hope they waited. I apologize for putting you on the back burner, but go ahead. What's the comment?
I was just saying good morning, Josh. I just got off work and watching you guys' mess and just laughed my butt off.
Well, thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate you. I did recommend, I think I did. I hope I did. Pluribus. Has anybody watched Pluribus? I know a lot of hams did because I got DMs from hams. Have you been watching Pluribus? Do you even know what I'm talking about?
I have yet to watch it, but you did mention it 2 weeks ago.
So in the 4th or 5th episode, ham radio is featured, and it is a dude on 40 meters, working the VFO and setting a frequency and then monitoring and then checking like if somebody is there or not there. Never calls CQ, never says anything. I might make a video about it, but it's such a tiny reference. It's like, I don't know. It'll probably take me like 10 minutes to make a video. But let me put it this way. Pluribus is a show that truly defines people's preparedness, like what's the right way to put this? It truly defines what people's kind of mindset is in a disaster. It's a very weird disaster, but a disaster nonetheless, and like what people do when they're faced with these certain situations. Pluribus, you should go watch it. How would you reply, or how would you respond if you were in the same situation as the main character in Pluribus? It's an interesting question. So there you go. All right. All right, I think I'm going to wrap up. I think my wife is home, so I'm going to go hang out with her. I think we're going to start Stranger Things. So Stranger Things, I think it's the last season has started. That's kind of wild. I don't know how to feel about the conglomeration between like Netflix bought everything this weekend. Did everybody catch that? Netflix bought
the Netflix buying Warner Disco.
Warner and HBO, which is...
Well, I mean, Warner owns HBO, so...
Well, that's... So, by Netflix buying Warner, they get HBO, which Warner has Harry Potter. They have another, like, a bunch of other major story lines, IPs, if you will. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, like this is crazy that I'm telling people, yes, Netflix bought Warner, who owns HBO Max, so they took over another streaming platform. What do you think about that? It's kind of crazy.
I don't like the monopoly side of it, but that's just me.
I mean, I don't love having 20 streaming services either, but I'm not sure we need a behemoth production company.
As an influencer,
and that's what we're getting. It's not just a behemoth streaming service.
As an influencer, Netflix sent me a message that said they're going back to DVDs. So you have to get a DVD.
Oh, that's funny.
They're not doing that.
Josh, for a second there, I thought you were going to tell me they were going to go even more retro VHS. Or Betamax.
Betamax.
I want a good top loader.
Did anyone else remember U-matic?
No, I never had a U-matic. I had Laserdisc. I never had the big disc cartridge thing. That's chaos. But I want a good top loader Betamax. I'm down with that. Betamax was the better platform. HD DVD also the better platform. I don't care what anybody says. So yeah, there you go. Laserdisc. Yes, Laserdisc in the chat. Ultra HD Blu-ray is pretty good though. That is pretty good. I will say that Blu-ray has gotten much better, but the two wars at the time it was happening, HD DVD was better. At that time, was better.
And while Michael's correct, less streaming services, maybe, hopefully, we shouldn't have all these streaming services anyway. But that's a discussion for another night.
There's a woman. Wait, did you see the woman who saw an ad for Pluribus on her fridge and committed herself? That's crazy. That is crazy. I did not know about that.
Ads on fridges is crazy.
Pluribus is a weird. It's a weird show. Oh God, I've already talked about this. Go watch it. You really should. Just keep in mind, like, approach it like you were the main character, and then what would you do? And then maybe we'll talk about it in a future episode. All right. I love this, by the way, from Campbell. Where's Campbell's? Yeah. I live off DVDs in the summer. I don't know why it's summer specifically. I don't know why it's seasonal. I don't know. Okay. Gotta love remote. Yes. Physical media, still an important thing. I don't even know where to go with that right now, but yes, I agree with you completely.
Jody found the news article about the woman with the Pluribus ad.
Okay. Well, okay. Come on now. Get in there. What is going on here? Come on now, computer.
Don't you just love pop chat sometimes? It's so much fun.
I literally have... What's going on here? You're being a jerk about this, computer.
It's jealous you're using the Pico earlier.
Jeez! Can you put more ads on this? What is going on? I just want to see... I can't even read the title. You put the ad over the title. Okay, come on now. This is a joke, right? Okay. Woman hospitalized after... I'm trying to read the title of your thing.
Here. I'll read it for you.
I got it. After Pluribus ad on smart fridge triggers psychotic episode. Oh. Well, what... Why is your fridge on the... Why are you getting ads on your fridge? Like, what is happening?
That's what I'm saying, man. Ads on fridges is crazy.
That's crazy.
Josh,
it's not
don't you know you can watch TV as you're standing at your fridge trying to figure out what you want to eat.
Okay, I'm sorry. So this is somebody who had a smart television and they were watching they were watching Hulu or something, and an ad came up.
A UK woman was hospitalized after an Apple TV Plus Pluribus advert displayed on her Samsung smart fridge.
Everybody stop what you're doing and go do 10 minutes of practice on Morse code right now.
Seriously.
To disconnect of this brain rot that I just deployed upon you. Everybody
you can blame
right
Jody.
Now. Everybody
blame
disconnect
Jody.
right now. Go do CW right now. This is insane. This is insanity. Everything we did tonight is insanity. Go do CW. No more talking. No, don't use your mouth for the rest of the week. Just do CW. Good Lord. This is insanity. This is insane.
What if I CW better with my mouth than with a key?
I don't even want to entertain this. I don't even want to go down this road. Just use your hands, use your key. That's it. How about an ad blocker on your fridge? Yes, I'm going to add an ad blocker to my fridge. Okay, I'm done. 73 to everybody on the Discord. I'm going to say goodnight to y'all, and I'm going to close out the chat. See ya. Bye-bye. All right, everybody on the live stream, this is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. I swear... What a crazy time we live. This is the crazy... Like, I thought that things would, like... I don't know. Like, why would I think things would calm down? That's insane. There's no way. Everything's only spun up. We've gotten more and more crazier media things going on. We've got more and more crazy leaders in offices of countries that we live in. I just I just want to bring the volume down. We're at an 11. Like, our entire life is peaked at 11 right now. Like, it's Spinal Tap time all the time. Anyway, I hope you have the best last of your weekend. Absolutely do something that's good for you, really gets in the heart of you and really regenerates who you are as a person. If that means you need a license to sit on the couch and do nothing, I'm gonna give it to you. You can forward the hate mail to from your spouses to me, and I'll do my best to respond to them. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that tomorrow. Just hang out. Just do the thing that you want to do tomorrow. I am actually gonna take my family to a Christmas what is it? Christmas fair? Christmas fair. It's what they do in like England and Germany. We have a really, really nice German market here that we're gonna go to tomorrow. It's not a Christmas fair. Something like that. Christmas market. Holiday market. Something like that. Anyway. Maybe I'll make a video. I'll make a short or something and post it. I am Josh, KI6NAZ. I want you to really have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And 73. It's not a Christmas pageant. Oh, great question. The Christmas light antenna stream will be before Christmas this year. Well, my song's too loud. The Christmas light antenna stream will be before Christmas this year. I think it has to be because I'm probably going to be busy. I think I'm going to be busy. But go forward with that right now. So anyway, 73.